Your hair is looking very voluptuous.
Thanks. It's hot here, but they said there's going to be a bit of a weather break. I don't know if 80s can be called a break,
You
but
know,
it's
I
better than the 90s.
80s, but the humidity for one of these days is 50%, which is
Yesterday,
indoor quality.
yesterday, barely any humidity. Went on a walk, enjoyed it.
You know, I wonder why we choose to live in these arid climates until we get those 3 days of fall, and it brings me
Oh,
back.
that's enough to hook me.
You know what? Them 3 days. So, it is.
Welcome
Oh, jump
to the
right in.
Baking It Down with Sugar Cookie Marketing Podcast. As if this is your first time hearing from us, we are your host, Heather, the older, wrinklier twin, and Corey, the younger.
Yeah, listen, my Botox appointment's in a week. It's in a week.
So, if you are just tuning in, we're actually a spinoff from a group that's on Facebook. If you are not a part of that group, we invite you to join. We let people in all the time. Just make sure you answer the questions, just so we can cut down on the bot and spams. Once you're in there, you will be ready and raring to learn how to grow your sugar cookie business. But if you're not ready to dive in with us on a Facebook group, you can dive in with us here every Tuesday. There is a new episode. It's been going on for an ungodly 5 years at this point.
Ungodly, but Taylor actually will be our guest speaker next week. And she has a very interesting story. And I like her. She's got a little caveat. She's like, I do use AI not to replace me, but as a tool. So if you want more of that, tune in next week. She's a baker who's been in this for quite a few years. So I feel like hearing the story of people who have gone before us could definitely guide the light.
Yeah, gone before us, but using the newest
Huh?
things to come to us in a way that's smart for business and not a cripple to the business.
I like that. And in today's episode, which we'll get into in just a minute, you'll find that we're going back to the basics, but the basics, even I said to Corey, the basics have shifted so much.
It's no longer what it once was.
Honestly, it takes us all back to the basics. When the algorithms shift, we all go back to square one, which is great for new bakers because you can get a lot of traction real quick. And it's great for old bakers because it forces your hand a bit.
Oh, I want to say, if you're a new baker and you're like, oh man, no, not all man. Honestly, I wish I was a new baker again so I could have that juice, that jump
The
juice.
drive, you want it. Not been burned by 50 clients and 50 cookie trays, but we're the Sugar Cookie Marketing Group. All of the things we talk about on today's podcast can be found at sugarcookiemarketing.com or thecookie.college.com. What's coming? I should have it done by morning tomorrow. The lemon cookie class kit. Now we're back to beginner classes, but Corey has added a caveat of beginner intermediate if she wants to add in a color here or there
Here's
outside
the
of our
thing.
typical.
We have 2 or 3 years of 6 cookies, 4 icing colors. Believe me, as a cookie class instructor, I only like making 4 icing colors, but you are very limited. And let me tell you, I've created a lot of classes, and to make them make sense, where the witch isn't blue, she's got the green face. It's very hard to fit 6 cookies into those 4 different icing colors. I like to, and if I can, I'll stick to there. But I have the caveat that if I need to add an extra color, I will.
Lisa commented this yesterday when I posted the lemon cookie class kit that's coming. She said, I was on the fence about joining the cookie college for the cookie classes. I tried 2 other companies of cookie class, and I'll tell you, your classes are the most teachable. I told her I needed that pick me up. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I appreciate, and the reason why they are teachable is because I teach them myself. I don't just make these classes and send them to you and be like, best of luck, hope it works out. We actually teach the classes that we make. So I know I have me in mind. My long nights, my no sleep, is always in the back of my mind when I'm creating this. Especially I can look at a cookie cutter design and I'd be like,
Corey, watching her brain work. One will be like, what about this one? She's like, you idiot, that's 7 colors that aren't even included in this class. And I
I
was
said,
like,
"Yeah, that little half, that looks like that added 5 more steps
you
to
don't know.
class."
Because Corey's thinking theme, she's thinking colors, she's thinking steps, and then she's thinking just the output of the design and the cuteness. Reminds me to tell you, and I forgot to tell you, Sarah, that girl who loves, she's asked for a private class. So remind me to ping you after that. She liked
Oh,
that beginner class so much, they want to do it in Alexandria. Upcoming boot camp is Procreate, and I'll talk about that in a second. And then I'm working on my thank you digital download. My thank you digital download for mail people.
I think that's a great one. My trash collectors today did something new that they've never done before. They lined up every trash can and it looks so nice outside. I said, that looks so nice. I
Well,
knew it
I got
wasn't
a
dust.
citation from my trash man. The trash company is called Patriot Trash. So red and blue, love it, right? But the bin, they've mismatched the bin and the lid. So the red bin has a blue lid and the blue bin has a red lid. It is
Yeah.
my brain, unfortunately, cannot comprehend which one is for recycling,
Right
which one
on
is for trash.
it.
I did. I wrote it wrong. I got a sticker and I wrote it wrong. I come out to my trash this morning when I opened the blinds with the cats. I'm like, how did I get the trash today? And there's a sticker on it. And I said, I think I've gotten in trouble. So I put on my robe because my brain can't fathom what this note in bright red on the top of the trash can is. They have taped a note that says you are using the wrong trash bin, but on the trash bin, they have put new stickers everywhere. Is on it. It's on stickers everywhere. They've done it three different times.
They've talked about you.
Dude, I'm
In the
gonna be
morning
like, you
meeting,
guys
you've
have picked
been
this up for three
disco.
months.
Yeah,
Three
they're
months,
like,
my
well,
brain has
she
said
get
this
it.
was correct. And then the quote of today, because we know you guys love the quotes the most of the podcast, is Tim Duncan saying, good, better, best, never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best.
Man, if I could say those are words that I live by, I am naturally good at nothing. And to know that has power in and of itself. I know that if I can kerplunkle on the piano downstairs, eventually a song might emerge, but it takes the kerplunking to get to there. And the same things with cookies, and the same thing with marketing. No one's just born good at marketing. It's a lot of fails and learning from those fails that turn something into a viral win.
I almost feel like there's a naturally gifted. Okay, you're not even listening to this podcast. You're naturally gifted, but then there's the rest of us, right? The large majority, and we're not necessarily gifted. And I made peace with myself a long time. Like I said, I'm not naturally gifted, but I'm naturally consistent enough that I'll get good enough that
You're more gifted than I am.
until you got in the cookies, man, your orange faces, you blasted them out the
But it
water.
wasn't because it was naturally you're when if me and Heather to enter the same vertical, Heather for some odd reasons brain, and it's probably because she suckled the most nutrients from when we were in my mother's womb.
I'm a little bit more brain expanded, but Corey's a locomotive. So
That's the
and
only
I
thing I got.
here's what I'm gonna say is even if like I got better grades than Corey, she's more consistent than me and continues to win for the fact it's repetitive over a long period of time, which is what the topic is today. Is that you win by consistent, repetitive. Yes, you got to sharpen the blade edge to keep it going. But you do
Yeah.
that by learning what didn't work and what does work. If you're easily put on your bun cheeks because something didn't work out, business is hard.
It's
Gonna be
it
hard.
just got a lot
It's gonna
harder
be
for
hard.
you.
When I started learning snowboarding, I have never seen my skin so purple. I thought, well, this is probably a medical emergency. Things that were supposed to be just painfully white were painfully purple. And and so instead of quitting, which was tempting because it felt better, I got butt pads, pads for your
Yeah.
butt, and they sold them, which meant I wasn't the first person. And
Yeah.
then you use the butt pads to soften it, but you have to be consistent. So today's podcast topic is Corey made me delete the last part. It was the right marketing foot. And then I added pics, and she said we'll get banned. So I'm telling
Yeah,
you guys on
no.
the
Just
podcast.
getting up on the right marketing foot. So we're back to our basics
I'm so sorry.
because
Can you just give them the lore behind the marketing feet pics? Why that happened? Do you remember?
no.
A couple of years ago, Corey got somebody attempted to join Sugar Cookie Marketing Group, which is a private group, so I have to answer the questions. And he said he was a sugar daddy
I
looking
remember.
for a sugar baby in terms of sugar cookie marketing. So it was a bot that was panning for sugar. And Corey said something about
No, I
feed pics.
screenshotted because he was like, "Look, I will pay top dollar for feed pics." And I was just screenshotted. I've already been reprimanded by Facebook for spelling the word how wrong. So I was like, yeah, I'm definitely not going to type that. I'll just screenshot it. I don't know. Meta had AI before AI was here, and it saw that, and I got in trouble for this man's quest for foot
Yeah,
photos.
so even though I know every girl out there would sell their feed pics if they had to, don't post about it.
Don't. You'll get in trouble. I do
So
recall
moving
that.
into the topic today, kind of taking it back to the beginning, what's right and wrong, right? Getting started on the right foot is different than what we said 3 years ago.
Hmm.
It's changed quite a bit. So talking about like Facebook profiles, most of us, large majority of us got started in cookies out of happenstance. And we said this on the last week's podcast. You say, I want a new hobby. You start baking the cookies, you get your clouds and your bees. And then someone's like, hey, I'd like to place an order. Great. But you're still operating from your Facebook profile. So Heather Miracle is making these posts, which is a natural progression because you weren't planning to start a business. The
Oh,
business
yeah.
started you.
When we talk about starting a new business, there's so much excitement. Like, my hands made this. And of course, we're snapping a photo and we're posting on there. It might not have the best lighting, it might just be on your kitchen counter, but we're so proud of our work that we post it on our personal Facebook accounts because we're like, look, I made this.
So
And then people start liking
okay.
those.
So,
Great.
how do you make the transition between my personal page and my business page? Why wouldn't I just stay on my personal page? What does a business page provide that the personal page doesn't? Well, there's some give and take here, but in the net positive or negative, you're going to want to end up on a business page. The profile is relationship marketing, the personal profile, right? I get to
Mhm.
see your kids grow up and then I get to order cookies. However, to maintain a business from that is pretty rough because Facebook doesn't prefer it. They want your friends list to be friends of yours. They want to see
Yeah.
your kids grow up. They want to see what you're doing for the 4th of July. They don't necessarily want to see your sales pitch. So
You're
Facebook's, go ahead.
you're gonna have your nana and your G-paw wanting to see pictures of your kids. I mean, they're proud of your cookies or whatever, but they're in it to win it for the pictures of their grandkids because they're not around. But you don't want Joe Schmo, who you would want to buy your cookies, to also partake in the, and you come to an impasse of wow, you've grown a lot of people on your personal account, but now you're wanting to post your kids, your family, your fun events, birthdays, and things like that. But you've collected a lot of people you actually don't know under your personal profile. Now what do? Like, you're at this impasse. You've
Because you
done a
want to
great
grow, you
job.
want the
Yeah.
leads, we want the people, but we also want to post that thing that not necessarily want everyone in the world to know. And then you have the byproduct of that is people placing orders through your personal DMs. Now, I only use Facebook for work and like two hobbies. I don't necessarily love DMing all the time, right? That's meant for business. In fact, I don't answer work DMs in my personal DMs. In Corey's
Yeah.
local community group, it says never DM an admin, you'll never get an answer. So what we want to do is migrate over to the business page because it has so many more, and Facebook knows they want you to. That's why they're incentivizing it by giving you so many more metrics to see how your content is performing. It gives you business manager and ads manager, and it also gives you the ability for auto responses, these new features that keep coming out. You can
Yeah.
switch to be your business page now, so the page has its own feed. And it's depreciating that aspect of a personal profile. Now, caveat, since we filmed this the first time years ago, creator profiles have come out. I still disagree with that in terms of business. If you are a creator and your brand is yourself, that's where that fits. It does not fit for your cookie business.
Yeah. What I do see, not as common as it once was, and I think that a lot of groups have been like, we don't want your, people will turn a personal profile into a business account. So it'll be like, Corey's Cookies sent you a friend request. That's weird. It used to be common that, a plumber business, they set up an account. They didn't know that there was a Facebook page. So they did Mr. Fix It, sent you a friend request, and then Mr. Fix It posted in this group. That's no longer deemed appropriate when you try to join these Facebook groups because it's inadvertent advertising. And a lot of groups don't allow that. And people don't want their cookie account sending them a friend request. I
It's a
see why there's,
relic. It's a
it
relic.
is, but it's still out there. I'm
It
like,
is.
oh, this is a personal
To even
person's.
draw the line hard in the sand, if you join as that in the sugar cookie marketing group and we find it, we actually remove you.
Yeah, yeah, because I don't know who Corey's Cookies is, Corey who. And I don't know if you need to be in there commenting and selling your cookies. We want real people because, and this is the thing that follows through, a relationship marketing is what gets you sales. So we want you to be the person who runs the Facebook page for your business, not you, a cookie account who we don't know the person behind it.
So to recap, wrong. Personal Facebook page is where you get started, but you're restricted from growing here. You can have the creator profile now, but you won't have the business metrics and options a page will give you, like running ads and stuff like that. Right, your Facebook page is where you collect people. It doesn't mean your content shows up to all of those people, but it's a nice collection that separates business and personal. So our pro tip we came up with is you're not going to get as much engagement on your Facebook page. So you're going to feel like posting to your personal profile. Stay the course because you still have that following on your personal account. You're going want to share from your business page back to your personal profile. We're not posting organically to the personal profile, or you'll end up with those DMs in your personal messenger for ordering, but we're going to slowly migrate that audience over. We'll talk about your natural thought if you're a marketer should be like, if I get more engagement on my personal profile, why would it ever switch to a page? We'll talk
Sure.
about that in a minute. You're getting
Yeah,
the
because
engagement because you're being real.
yeah, that's a big one, and that's where I see a lot of beginner cookiers will turn away from the Facebook page, or they'll create it and they'll just ghost it, and it won't have been posted to because they find that them posting to their personal account gets more reach, and it does because Facebook platform is what we call pay to play. They want you to invest in their ads, and then they'll show your content more. And you're like, well, okay, you've just built a case why I never want to build a Facebook page. The problem is Nina, G-Dad, Gammy
What
down the
you
street,
call these people, Nino?
Nini, Mimi, Dee
Oh,
Dee.
Gaboopy.
You're losing out on the relationship with your family at the cost of growing your business.
Yes.
It's a calculated risk. Facebook accounts get banned all the time. So you do run a risk there. I'm not saying stop sharing on your personal account, but I'm saying collect those people in one place so Joe Schmo, who you do not know, doesn't start following you and like, oh, your kids are cute. Well, that would creep me out.
What's going to happen? You can operate off of the what's wrong with the profile thing at the beginning. But like Corey now has grown, she's been doing this for like 6 years, page and stuff. She wouldn't want those people to necessarily know what she's posting on her personal profile.
And
Not that
and
you're a big
here's
Facebook user, but for people who are.
right. Coach, the brand coach hired me to make cookies for them. They're not going to my personal profile to find out about me to see if I'm capable, but they did search me out on Facebook and Instagram on my business accounts. So I mean, could they have found me on there, but they're going to see a picture of my dog, a picture of
And
me
you're talking
walking,
about me and Corey, who are like very
sharing of anything.
anti-sharing. Yeah, even people are like, "Who are you?" Like, even I don't know. I haven't met her yet. You guys who maybe want to take more of a personal stance on things, or maybe you had a bad experience at a burger place and you want to lambaste them, you would behoove yourself so much more to separate these two. And then within your personal profile, really dig into the settings of privacy and maybe not make everything public.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
pick and
I
choose.
protect my my facade, I don't know, whatever the brand is on Facebook so much that if somebody has their personal profile post set to public, I won't comment on it.
Oh yeah, because it will show up for somebody else.
Yeah, I had commented on something. Corey RSVP to some like apple picking farm. And I
Oh
was
my
like,
goodness, and
invited
all
her.
you guys were liking it. I said, okay, I'll never respond going ever
Want to
again.
go. They want to go. You want to be involved. So it is Facebook. You got to see in terms of what Facebook wants. Keep users on the profile. The way it keeps users on the platform, sorry, is by showing them more stuff that's interesting. Well, what's interesting me is what Corey's doing on Saturday. If it's not to be cross contaminated. And I would love to tell people do not mix business and politics. I know you might get riled up about that. Just don't do it. Unless you can fight the battle of being that political almost spokesperson, I don't think most of us are cut out for it. So don't try to do it because if you do that one little stand and you can't stand by the blowback, which most of us can, I know I cannot, it's just not worth it for you.
Yeah. So the case is do build a Facebook page because one, it makes you look more professional to potential people who might not know you. So who are out of your circle of influence. They're not your friends. They're not your family. They're not your church congregation. They've never heard about you, but they want someone to bake for them. I would much rather trust a page where I can see actual reviews from prior people who've bought from them than go
Mm.
to someone's personal account and hope for the best.
Also, you will want to stop taking orders through DMs in general. It just becomes a place for problems to happen, just forgetfulness or that one went to spam.
Yeah, but
When you,
at least instead of like, Tammy from high school who's telling you like, did you hear about Bobby Joe? She got married.
yeah, I
You can
did.
have your on your Facebook page if someone orders via DM, which is normal for someone just starting out. All those messages are dealing with business and you can find them in one singular place.
Yes.
It's not like Mimi, G-Dad, potential
Stop dragging our
customer,
grandparents'
go
name.
go gaga.
Beep beep boop boop. Beep hard by Diane and beep boop. But yeah, kind of separating those. So if you're getting started, listen to the elders that made the mistakes coming before you and separate those as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Then make your business post and share them back to your regular page. When somebody on your personal profile is like, well, how do I like to place an order for my beep boop? He's turning 95. You say, beep boop, I can take his order over here. Yeah,
Yeah.
listen to us. We're telling you because you will miss an order when you do that personal profile stuff and you'll hate yourself. Moving on, banking. I hate accountants. I'm so sorry. I hate that. I hate you guys. You're probably doing great stuff. I don't get why taxes are so confusing. I think it's a trap. But wrong. Mixing business with pleasure is an accountant's worst nightmare. Ask me how I know. Accountants hate when people do that, but it's a natural progression. I just started this. Someone paid me through my
Yeah.
PayPal, my personal PayPal, and it went to my personal account. It's a very natural progression. You're not wrong for starting out that way. Most bakers have, even if they don't admit it. But it is cost next to nothing to get the EIN number in Virginia. I'd even asked my accountant to file it, and she was like, at the time, she was like, "It's cheaper for you to do. It's $50." I like typed it in. I signed something, had Corey sign something, and we just submitted it. Like I scanned it in, and they were like,
Yeah.
"Boop boop boop. Here's your EIN." And I was like,
Yeah.
"This feels illegally easy." And then I took that EIN, and in our state, Navy Federal is a credit union that we have, and I said, "Can I open a business bank account?" They're like, "Beep boop beep. Here you go." Immediately now with that EIN number, so much finance stuff opens up to your business. You can set up a PayPal business account. You can set up a
Yeah.
Venmo business account. You can set up a Square business account. I don't think you can set up a Square personal account anyways, but I'm not
I
positive.
don't
Don't
think
quote
so.
me on that. But if you're taking business money, you need to set up these business accounts. Yes, I hate the fees too, but you can have it pipe right into that business banking account. So get the EIN, which in Virginia it's $50. You can use like rocketlawyer.com. I don't remember what that was,
Yeah,
or you can
something
get
like
your
that.
account to do it, or just post in a community group. Someone there knows how to do it and open up the account. My pro tip is use an app like YNAB to help you budget. Now, YNAB stands for You Need a Budget. I use it personally for myself, but it's so great because it allows you to see what you're spending, but also see what you're saving for. Cookie supplies like cutters can eat your profits up and leave you working for nothing. Make it so that the business funds itself. When Corey and I started these companies, we both said, okay, let's put 1,000
Yeah, a thousand. I
in.
said, make it work. Like the Project Runway guy.
Yeah, make it work.
Make it work.
Yeah. So what we did is we put the $2,000 in, and then we immediately opened up the business bank account. It helps so much when there's two people involved. It
Yeah,
gets
sure.
muddled when you're like, it's just me. What's a big deal? What we don't want to happen, what we don't want to happen is that you mix business and pleasure all into your personal bank account. Come tax season, it's already a nightmare. You have to have a lot more records when you do that and prove where things are going. You should keep records anyways, but as my accountant. But what we don't want is that you don't inadvertently don't realize you're working at a loss because your personal money is funding the business. But you can
Yeah,
see
that's what
that
I see.
when the business is paying for itself. You can be like, well, can't afford that this month.
Oh yeah, when you see that there's $2,000 in there and you can only pull from 2,000, you're gonna second guess the Bosch purchase.
I was
But when
just
it's your
reading.
personal,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was listening to a podcast on Dr. Seuss and the Green Eggs and Handbook.
Yeah,
And the reason why it's written so funny is because they challenged him. One of his friends was like, try to write this using 200 words, but none of the words can like be the same. Like it was like had to be a lot of adjectives or something. They said it's not creativity that breeds creativity. It's that limitation breeds creativity in a way because your brain has to think of all these other different ways to now solve this problem. So
yeah.
when we are like, wow, the business bank account only has 2 grand. Now we're thinking of can I make that plaque work for this order? Or do I have to spend the $10? Should I buy that bamboo A1 mini that saves me this, that, and the other on shipping costs? When you're like, well, this is where all our family money goes, it's a natural way to start. And I'm not lambasting you. And I know people who are atop their high horse will be like, that's incorrect. Ask them how they started. They won't admit to it. Let me tell you, but they started by putting it in their personal bank accounts. Get that EIN, form the bank account. Super simple. These banks want your money. We don't even, Corey and I don't have business credit. We always operate off of business debit. So it keeps us honest because there's no
Yeah.
involved.
Don't worry, we applied for the credit. We never heard back.
The cost of the business debit goes right to my Botox because it has me scrunching my forehead constantly.
This
But
is an interesting point because we were talking marketing foot and you've bought it into a business foot.
because Well, kind of think of this. If you had two, let's say you make it more aggressive. You only have $1,000 in the business bank account. How are you going to market to change that number? But if you didn't know
I
that number, how would you know to market?
I know, but I guess I was so like this is beginner. Like they're still
But it's
like
right
they're
there. I kind of feel like it's like, well, I'm just trying to see if this works. But that business bank account, $50 to start, immediately open the business bank account. I bet every cookier wished they did this at the beginning. It'd be remiss not to add it.
okay. All
If
right.
it was,
Oh
it's
wow.
so cheap. It's easy to close them down if this isn't what you ended up wanting. You just tell the government, yeah, sorry, it wasn't me. It was you. And then you shut it all down. I prefer the credit unions because I think, kind of specifically for us in credit unions back in the PPP
P.
loans. I don't think we took out a PPP loan, but what was that other one that I remember? They covered
I can't
some
remember.
payroll cost. The credit union is the only one that showed up for us. And the credit
Yeah, I
unions
remember.
want you because they're credit unions and they have lower fees. Like I used to have a personal checking account with BB&T and it charged me $10 a month.
I
Like,
know.
get away from me. Let's keep our money that we earned, right? So I would say this, because ideally, if you're starting this, you're probably going to stick with it and your accountant's going to love you for doing it this way.
Okay.
Low cost adding.
Oh
Corey
wow.
added content generation. So I'm going to just read what she wrote here. Posting just photos does not work anymore, at least not as a standalone content generation approach. The posting of AI photos definitely won't cut it. Right. You get to start in 2026 where videos are newly the flavor of the month and the algo is still rewarding that. You can cut through years of someone posting just photos by posting consistent videos.
Yeah, they call it beginner's luck. But I think it's the beginners are so much more excited than someone who's been doing this for 6 years. If you would have said a few years ago, I'm going to start a cookie business, I'm like, well, it's going to be an uphill battle for you to take shares away, some views and likes and reach away from someone who's in your community who's been doing it a lot longer. Not anymore. It is
Mm.
all relationship based marketing. If somebody likes you, someone likes your personality, someone likes how you talk, you can take a market share being brand spanking new from someone who's been doing it for years upon years. And that is so cool for you.
Almost. Almost. The new person hasn't gotten into their own head yet. They don't know the big players. They don't know who's the big bad bully. They're
Here,
just like innocent and they're just putting out content.
when I see a new baker and they're like posting like, look, I learned this new technique. I feel like me doing this 6 years, there's no learn new technique. No one's like, she learned a new technique. Because I my stuff all looks the same now because I've
Right.
gotten into a rhythm. I know what works. So no one's like, wow, Corey, you really improved here. Whereas a new baker, you do.
Who doesn't, and Corey and I suffer from this. Listen, listen. Who doesn't want to work with somebody who's so excited to work with them, right?
I know.
When you get burned by a lot of clients, you walk into an every day and be like, what you trying to do? What you trying to get over on me? Like, who you trying to take a line? Ain't nobody leaving on. The new baker is super excited. They haven't been burned a lot. They're super fun.
They're
Then
willing to take any old here's the crotchety old bakers, and I'm talking about myself too, where we are like, I don't like that theme. If you don't give me 100% creative freedom, I won't do
oh
it.
yeah, the
That
head.
yeah.
And I
Here's the thing. Crotchety old bakers are leaving a lot of money on the table because the thirsty new people are willing to take all that market share. And with that excitement, with that ambition, you can actually create a Facebook page and take more market share from someone who's been doing it long because we become old crotchety. We're more like, are they a nightmare client? And versus coming to be like, wow, I have a potential to earn more money with this new client.
every dollar. Thank you so much for being my customer. The
Yeah.
old crotchety bakers, and since Corey called herself one, we're allowed to talk about them. The old crotchety bakers are too busy making a graphic saying, and don't order from me, inspect 24-hour turnaround. While the new uncrotchety bakers are able to get in front of a camera. So Corey and I have been, it has been all we've talked about. Getting in front of a camera cuts through the threat of AI taking your business because in AI, it can't really recreate you. Yes, I understand the AI generators, but you can still see through them. But AI removed, you getting in front of the camera, that's the most up close relationship. And it's the flavor of the month. So Corey has been testing. I'm sure you've seen it. We've both been testing, but Corey's just putting out more than I can keep up with new content. And her face is in the camera. She doesn't care what she looks like, but people are like, hey, I know her. That's my friend. It's my
And I'm having, and you're like, but I have nothing new to say that hasn't been already said by the crotchety old bakers. No, they do not care that you're repeating something. Like if I just posted meringue powders that I like, a list of meringue powders, and if I like them or don't like them, guess what? That's personal to me. You might have the same meringue powders and you might like the ones I don't like, hate the ones I do like. It's coming from you. That's what makes your content unique. That's what makes it fresh. I struggle with the fact that I am not a creative person. I do not come up with new trends. I cannot discover a meme. That's not me. I see something and I can recreate it, but there is value in that because is it a recreation? Yes, but it's a recreation from me. People like me, and that's why they'll like my content. It doesn't have to be that I have to be the first to do something.
Thank goodness. If it was time in the market, if it was time in the market equaled success, Sears would still be successful.
Yeah.
Thank
Yes.
goodness it's not. It was, a dying business model. And instead, these fresher approaches. And that's how Amazon gets its footing. When Sears was, if you do a history of Sears, I was watching a documentary on J.C. Penney. If you do the history of these companies, had time in been the reward that they'd always be successful, then there would have been no room for new businesses. You new bakers, you get to capitalize on the crotchety old bakers. The
Yeah.
crotchety old bakers are too busy being angry about the last 15 clients they hated. You get to capitalize on that by loving your clients, and you're going to love them and cut through the years of the old baker by posting videos, which is the flavor of the month.
Yeah, get what the old crotchety bakers like us aren't doing. We're slow and dragging our feet to create video because we're so second guessing. We're not perfect enough. I didn't say the right words. I said too many times. Leave us behind. Leave us behind and create your
Save
own audience.
yourselves.
Yeah, I'll be punching the air over you creating the video content, growing a relationship because I'm sitting over here posting curated photos on a white background that look pretty, but they do not create a relationship with the end user.
Right. We often say, "Well, I'm not good enough." You're good enough. You just said it. Like you're good enough. You may not be great and you may not be the best. And frankly, after seeing what comes through CookieCon, none of us will. The
Oh,
CookieCon, like the competition, like none of us will. So don't worry about it. We're not
yeah.
there. We won't need to be there. Those people are expert at their craft. We're expert at business. Corey and I will be like, look at this creator, like 80,000 followers, started 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Posted
like,
videos.
wow. Wow.
Posted videos. So my pro tip here is you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Find what's working for someone else, tweak it to make your own. You have to make it your own, and then record and post. You don't have to be the original. You just have to be uniquely you and consistent. So yet again, it comes back down to consistency. I was just watching a creator in the makeup space, and she was a UGC, and she was like, my biggest tip is just consistency. Even if it's not the best, fastest, strongest, if it's just consistent.
The number one thing I see a new baker do is if they don't get a lot of likes, they get 0 likes. Let's say they make a post, they get 0 likes. Listen, it's discouraging for everybody, but I see a lot of bakers quit because of that. If me and Heather quit when something doesn't pop off, we'd be quitting
Mhm.
every single day.
We would. Oftentimes we're like, that didn't work. Okay. Okay. We're scrapping cookie collabs.
We're
Let's
scrapping.
we're scrapping cookie collabs because we're like, we tried to peel this banana every which way and it's still not producing. It's not reaching its benchmark. It's like minimum that we need for it to continue. We can be like, okay, the cookie world is dead. Let's shut it all down. No, we're like, there's something the market is telling us from the bandstand, stop it. This isn't it. And we're not paying attention to what they want, but we're still like, no, you're gonna like cookie collabs. And they're like, yeah, no, we're not. So we could stop it there. We could be like, pack it up, it's all over.
Yeah.
Or we could sit there and be like, what would behoove everyone better? What is the market telling us? We have to interpret it, yes, and that's the frustrating part. But what does the market hear? What is it indicating to us that is a better use of time and energy?
Yeah, so you're going to create content on your brand new Facebook page. You're going to get crickets. Happens to the best of us. It even happens to people who've been doing it 6+ years. Ask me how I know. But that's not the time to give up. What we want to do is create some strategy in there. What do you have that Corey, the baker's been doing this 6 years, doesn't have? One, you're new, and that is something I covet because I'm not new.
Fresh
That's
eyes, not burned. Fresh eyes
oh,
still love people. Fresh eyes don't have a laundry list of problems.
a video series. Come and make my second paid order with me. Ah, genius.
That's not in the
Why
thinker.
didn't I
You
do
had
that?
us at hello.
So you have a lot that you can add to the table. So don't just think that because you haven't been around a long time that, throw the towel in. This is the best opportunity to join because it's a free for all right now. And it could be a free for all for you. If you don't try it, test it, learn from it, and retry it, you're leaving a lot of potential on the table.
I found that in my research of this video-based marketing, which I wholeheartedly believe is the future of marketing. I do not believe that we can stay stagnant with photo posts when AI is here. The differentiator being you, yourself, your face, your voice, how you speak, the was it tympanometer, whatever something.
Yeah.
However, that is what's uniquely you, but within that, there's strategy. So I was talking with Corey about it this morning, is the concept of the overall umbrella of the brand and the series within that. How do the series benefit the end user? How do they benefit the audience? How do they benefit the algorithm? What gets saves, what gets shares, what gets comments? Now that's where a lot of strategy enters into this, where you can make it, well, they were here before me. Don't worry about them. You can carve out your own unique aspect to this, that person, of which, if you want to go to the underbelly of any industry, there's so many people who have been there before you,
Yeah.
tons of them, and they love for you to feel like you cannot create content, because it would
Yeah.
save them a lot of effort. Because what happens is when you enter the space, they have to sharpen their own edge. It would behoove them to tell you to get out of the space, because it's more work for everybody when you increase what the output is. And that's how the market benefits. When new people enter, the old people have to sharpen the blade. Everyone benefits from it.
My
Right.
one asterisk to
Go
this
ahead. It's
point though,
not.
you're like, okay, if see content that I like, remake it because it's me and that's the differentiator. I love that. What we don't want to do is go to your local competition, see every post they did and remake that because you're going to create some anti-use and they could be hell on wheels. So what we want to do is we want to get on Instagram, see what bigger creators are doing. We want to see what creators doing across the country. We want to see what local people are doing, but we want to make a content strategy that one, we have passion about because people can tell when you're not passionate about something. Two, we want to make it unique to us. So instead of just doing a copy paste from the lady down the street where you're we don't want to do that because we've made such similar content. People don't know who they like and who they don't like. You guys are the same. So that's my one caveat there is, be creative.
Well, that's what we said, is the benefit is you're uniquely you. What we don't want to be is uniquely you, a copycat of somebody else.
Yeah.
I believe that you'll create more fires than you'll extinguish. So you can take concepts from it. So you can see someone's like, oh, it's an interesting series. They're getting ready for a vendor event. Well, I can get ready for my own vendor event. That's unique enough that you guys won't have the same experience. But if someone's like, here's 5 things a baker needs to know, and you're like doing, here's 5 things a baker needs to know, you flying too close to the sun, Icarus, about to get
One
burned.
time we had an account that took every meme that we made. So we made the meme and they instantly took it. And I was like, my gosh, this is my brain. Can you give me
Right.
a like 5 day head start?
The pro tip on consistency. So, video, most important. Consistency in posting. I was watching some TikTok this weekend before I installed it, and it was a girl, and she was like, I made a promise to myself to post 60 times in 60 days. So, once a day. She's like, the first 15 days, nothing. It made me want to quit. She said
Yeah.
the first 30 days, barely anything. It made me want to quit. She said, I didn't see anything to the 45th day. And now at the 60th day, I can say it works. But it took that many days of doubt
Yeah,
to continue.
crazy. That's a lot of that's and
It's a
I don't
long
want to
time.
discredit. Like get on there, make it. It is work to create videos. It's work to use your brain to think of a topic. And it's discouraging. It's, disheartening when you make this time and effort. I have been there. I have been there where I'm like, well, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't like it.
Isn't that very fun? Yeah, but Corey and I always say consistency wins. And consider that, if you're new to this, a blessing. All
Yeah.
you have to
My
do is out consistent somebody.
my mindset right now and for the past couple months is if I didn't make the post, no one would have seen it. If
I
I
said to
make the
Corey,
post,
amen,
maybe two
preach,
people will see it.
preach. I posted a video and Corey's did so much better than mine, whatever. And I was like, but mine got 500 people, like 500 whole people heard about sugar cookie marketing more than if I didn't post this. That's a massive amount of people.
That's a massive amount. And that's the thing. If you didn't make the content, your views will be zero. If you did not post it,
Mhm.
be happy with the egg because that's what you got. But if you do make the content and maybe one person's like, "Oh, I kind of like her," and maybe they watch the video twice, you have now taken one step closer to build a relationship with that one person.
Let's
And
say
if
you
I
post a video,
said,
1,000 people watch it, and one person buys. Is it worth it?
yeah, yeah, yes. When I see that I make a video and maybe it gets 10,000 views and two people follow, I'm like, that's two people I didn't have.
Mhm.
That's two people I
Two
did
people and
not have.
10,000 views. So again, yes, it comes down to the metrics and tweaking, but you can't tweak nothing. You can't optimize zero. So
Yeah.
you got to get out there. You got to post a flop. You got to post an A. You got to post the weird one nobody watched to realize, okay, let's direct this. And Corey and I are saying like, okay, that was good. What if this, what if this approach? My pro tip, using apps like Facebook Planner and AI asterisk, asterisk, asterisk in a way that doesn't replace you, but helps you manage posting and planning out your content are tools to help you stay ahead of the business burnout of consistency.
Yeah. Each month,
Consistency, biggest enemy is
oh,
consistency.
yeah. Each month I post against my will, a cookie content calendar with prompt ideas throughout the year. Did you know it was National Cow Day? It was a great day
I
to post your Chick-fil-A sets and your cow sets. If you did not know that day has come and gone, you need to be in the Sugar Cookie Marketing Group looking at that featured tab every month where that is. That's like on a bingo card, that's the free space, man. The free space.
those weirdos, those weird ones always do numbers. Because you're
They
allowed,
do.
it's like a little mini collab wrapped up in a weird day. So
It
on our Sugar Cookie classes page, it was National Get Started Day. It was something where I could post. This was the first class we ever taught.
Ice cream day was one.
Yes. Oh, Chocolate
Yeah.
Day, Grandparents' Day, Parents' Day,
Oh,
Siblings
every day
Day.
is a day. And on those days are like five different things that happen on those days. I use it as an excuse to post all the time. Today's a great excuse to post blah, blah, blah.
And now imagine if Corey married that to video. Unstoppable.
Mm.
Annoying at best, because if I was her competition, I'd be punching the air.
I am so frustrated with myself that 6 years ago, I didn't do video one thing. But I'm like, wow, all that content, all those orders I've made that no one shall see a video of is crazy work.
Best time to plant a tree is 30 years ago. Second best time is today, but you knew people. Ah, jealous, jealous.
Yes.
You were listening to us old people. In the world of cottage custom sugar cookies, 6 years is ancient. We
Yeah.
have
Yes.
old gray beards and gray hair, and we work in a hobbit and we sell a gold ring. But if you're getting new here, chef's kiss, you have entered the market at a fascinating time. The COVID bakers, which I love because we were that ourselves, they're phasing themselves out. Video has been this implemented thing. AI is just fresh off the presses. You have the ability to cut the line in a way I don't know that people have been able to for a really long time.
Mm.
So excited for you.
Mhm.
I'm excited because I've got my little Bambi new deer baby legs going on too. Corey and I are tripping forward in this video stuff. We will tell you what to do because we'll have done it the wrong way.
Oh, and if I didn't do it the wrong way, though, I wouldn't know how to do it the right way. So every video I post is never like, oh, I'm
I
never do
love
that again.
when Corey posts a video and when I post a video, but Corey's posting at an unprecedented rate. We'll be like, what about this? Like, what was a hit? What was a miss? What can we do more? What can we pull back on?
Yeah. Yeah. And creating strategy from that. But when you're first starting out, the world's your oyster because you can do no wrong. You're doing everything for the first time,
Uh-huh.
which is great. But it's the consistency that when a post doesn't perform well, because you posted the cookies on your personal account and you got 5 comments, and then you posted it on your brand new Facebook page and you got zero. Do you see where you're at the impasse? And I'm like, don't make the wrong choice.
Here's what I want to announce to the world. After my research, where I've been casually researching, I let the cats skedaddle on the porch for about an hour every day. So that's where I do my research, kind of into this new advent of marketing. The number of followers you have means nothing anymore.
It's no, it's trash.
Trash,
Trash.
trash. In fact, it can be a detriment when compared to your engagement rate. Engagement rate is also backseat. What we want is views, saves, shares. I'm going to add repost there, but that one's aggressive.
Comments is a big one because it's
Comments.
so hard to fake a comment.
So what we're saying is the content can be discoverable without the following. This is new, fresh off the
This
presses.
is new. It used to be just a couple years ago that anyone who had followed your Facebook page was the one who saw your stuff. So limited views. Maybe if you got 12 to 13, you're like, wow, what a rock star day. Now you can go viral on a piece of content and only have 5 followers.
So the algorithm is like, we like this. How can we incorporate this into a series that also benefits? It's such strategy, and it's really pushing me and Corey in a great way to kind of see this differently than post a photo, get the followers. I was reading an article, and a guy was like, I spent the last year getting the followers, and when I hit 100,000 followers, nothing happened.
Yeah.
If anything, I think it hurt me because what I had to do to get the followers was not enough to retain their engagement, which is all that the metrics matter now.
And all engagement is it comes down to relationship. You having an opinion on
Mhm.
something, a stance, an idea, a thought.
A tip,
Um,
and then it falls with under the umbrella of what the goal of the account is.
yes. Yeah.
So,
And
if we're talking about growing your local cookie business, being local is important, being cookie business, but your political hot take, no, not there. It might go viral, but it doesn't benefit the account as a whole. Make sense?
do you think that if I posted 5 baking tips for someone who is a new baker, that's going to get a lot of views? Because if you think about the world, there's tons of new bakers. If I said 4 of the favorite places at the Dale City Farmers Market,
Which you did this
crickets.
weekend. I saw.
I did. I did. It's crickets on there. That's okay because what is my goal with my local cookie account is to get local cookie orders.
You know, it's so
So
funny. I have, okay, the algorithm, whether or not you tell it where you live, it knows.
it does.
Specifically, TikTok's pretty good about it because also I can say the things I'm saving, engaging with, or expanding the comment section of are
Yeah.
hyper local. So it sees people, mostly real estate agents, exploring the local West Virginia area. And I'm like, follow because yes, I like this, you know? And I'm inclined to send people the listings because why don't you want to be my neighbor? That they post next. It's such a cohesive strategy and it's really forcing the hand of these complacent accounts. Either
Yeah.
deal with it or go home.
Yeah. Because you can buy views, you can buy followers.
But what a relic. Can I get
What
a
a
Diet
relic.
Coke while
You
you
can't
expound?
buy the relationship where someone says, oh, Corey said buy this. I'm going to buy it because I trust her. She's been there, done that. And she never leads me astray.
Yeah,
That's where the
you
marketing
can't
is at
even
currently.
AI it. And that's the genius part of it is everyone's like, AI is killing, yeah, AI is the death of us. No, AI has appreciated your face in front of a camera.
Oh, 'tis the season to skip AI and get your face in front of there.
I
Am
know.
I an eloquent speaker? No. I don't know where commas go in a sentence. Me and Heather don't talk with periods. We just talk super, super fast.
And I didn't even
Some
pause.
people find it annoying. That's good. They're not my target audience. Some people find it kitschy. Great. Come and join me.
And frankly, I know Corey, AI can't recreate me, but AI can help me storyboard how I'm going to post this video of myself.
Sure.
Fascinating. I think we're in a new frontier of marketing, and that's what it's always been. It's not something that's never happened before. Corey and I always say, like, what we did 10 years ago, we couldn't do 5 years ago. What we did 5 years ago, we couldn't do today.
I know. I know. So
But
I'm delegating.
you new bakers have this tool, and you can see right here is my DJI Pocket 4.
I see
Speaking
it.
about the
He's very
Pocket 5, of
blurry, but it's
course.
there.
Thank you for the bouquet. Um, I'm filming a video on creating a cookie class kit. I would have never done that before. I even woke up this morning and some guy was like, don't post what you made, post how you made it.
Yeah.
So now I
Yes.
can show you what goes into the class kit so that when you buy the lemonade stand class kit, you know, wow, look at this is so much better. And wow, I didn't have that option before. I did, I guess, but I wasn't using it.
Yeah. But you showcasing, guys, I'm doing my first pop-up. Join me as I figure out what I need to make, or I'm doing my first collab with a local coffee shop, or I'm going to this market for the first time. Join
Consider
me.
what Corey said, just those three things. Tell me as an end user, a local coffee shop I didn't know about, a local market I didn't know was coming, and a local, what was the other thing?
Uh, Collab of some sort with a coffee
Yeah.
shop.
I love all those three things introduce me as the end user. Imagine I'm in West Virginia, right? All these things introduce me into three things I didn't know were happening.
Yeah.
And not only do I now know they're happening, you told me about them.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, you won't find someone who hates being in front of camera more than me. And you might be saying, Corey, I always see you in front of the camera. That's because I love
Even
the
Corey was
marketing
like,
side more.
Corey's like, either stop getting ready, just post a photo.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I don't think the world's ready, but just really, it's really pushed me, I think, to think differently, as one should with marketing, because it's ever
Yeah.
changing, to think differently. I have a Dodge Viper. It's an antique car, right? And they're announcing their every 2 years they do a big meetup, and the whole country gets together and they go. And the next one's in Daytona, Florida. And these couple people, they have never joined the membership, but I've been in the membership for like a couple of years. And they're asking me, like, is this worth the money? And I said, it's fascinating. It's so worth the money, but because it's so poorly marketed, you don't realize it until you get there.
Yeah.
I said, I
Yeah.
was surprised my bang for the buck. I should have been told my bang for the buck, but I was surprised how much I got out of it. I thought it was a waste of money.
And
It comes down
that's
to
where
marketing.
people are, I don't want to leave my house. Tell me why I should. Show me the reasons I should. And then maybe I will. But if to be like, hey, join me at X coffee shop, I'll be doing a pop-up there. Why? Why? Why should I do it? Oh, your designs, your cookie designs are so cute. Oh, you're doing a BOGO sale. Oh my
Letting
goodness.
girls do this, and they like, I went to the coffee shop and I got this. Like, you
Yeah.
got what? Let me write it down. Put it in the caption. I'll save it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I really I hate that I like how much marketing is moving towards video. I hate it because I got to do it. I love it because I love imbibing it. Give it to me.
Yeah. And everyone is eating the content through their phone screens. So just having your phone filming, it doesn't even have to be polished content. You don't need
Uh-uh.
a fancy camera. Me and Heather, they're collecting dust all of our fancy cameras because people
Yeah.
want they want to see you in your
Organic.
natural
They want
habitat.
boots on the ground. Like, here's what
Yeah.
I like. Didn't love this part. I was in West Virginia, so different than Virginia, but I was in this local community group and they didn't like this barbecue place because and I was just like, they're like, go to these three barbecue places, and here's why. And then I'm clicking there, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to this bar. I don't even like barbecue. I'm gonna go.
Yeah. But I want to say because now we're so marketing is on our phones and we're imbibing information and we're watching videos. I'm so excited for the new baker coming because you have so much opportunity.
I think anyone can derive from this podcast that you and I are excited and horrified at the same time. We're
Oh, I'm
horrified
horrified
because
because
it's
all the things
so
I've learned throw it
gone,
out the door.
gone, dead. But we're excited because it is such an interesting concept. If TikTok only allowed you to go viral if you danced back in 2020, what a shame of the platform.
Oh, I have not one rhythm in my body. I would be on the other side. I'd be on the cricket
Do a
side.
thing for YouTube. Got it. YouTube viewer
That's
check
what the
me for the
kids
next
do.
one. This is,
Yeah, but
but
because TikTok is allowing now it's people want to learn what's the new fashion if you were a fashion content creator. Someone wants to know how you juggle being a mom and a cookie decorator at night. You have a
niche content.
niche.
Ashley, I don't know if you did, she's starting a pet uh, content UGC, and I can't wait to watch
Did she
how that's
make
gonna
it? I've
go.
not seen this.
Yeah, her and Jared getting in together on it. They bought a
Interesting.
PDF of someone who does this full time, and they sent it to me already too. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. That's our right and wrong. So your right foot marketing is similar to what it used to be, but it's different in a good way. And your wrong foot marketing is, just why step there when you don't have to. I don't think
Yes.
anything we said here was hard to avoid.
Mm-mm.
So listen to us, the old crotchties with the meemaw and the pee-poos. We'll
Yeah.
tell you what this.
This is your pee and doo doo telling you to.
Instead of doing my podcast poll like I usually do, I'm going to say, what do you call your
Yeah.
garbers?
Mima, Mimu.
We call them gams, gams, and then a grandma, grandpa. What does
Yeah.
Arj call them?
G
Peggy.
Dad and Mimi.
Okay, what does he call Peggy? Peggy?
No, grandma, no D.
Yeah. Yeah, same with us.
No, that's grandma with a
Oh no,
grand.
a grandma.
Grandma. No D in
Interesting. Interesting. Moving on, I'm already storyboarded my Procreates designing sets in Procreate. The app is really strong. You'll need an iPad and a pencil of some sort. I think it's a pencil too. My iPad is 11 years old. Corey and I
Yeah.
calculated it. I love that iPad. I watch videos on it, but I also sketch on Procreate. You do not have to be gifted in art. I am not. But I'm going to show you actually how to create a brush that's forgiving. Somebody had actually, bless their soul, asked about, they're like, my brush is revealing too much of my shaky hand. Like my
Oh,
designs are shaky. Like, oh, that's all within the brush settings. I too have an extremely shaky hand. So this is designing sets in Procreate, and it's actually fixing problems in Procreate for designing sets. So I'll show you. I had mocked up my digital downloads. Thank you to the mail people
yeah.
in Procreate. Just trying to just storyboard how I want to do this.
Heather knows that if I see someone with a shaky hand, I instantly want to give them a hug because I'm like, why are you scared?
The more I want to focus this thing,
Yeah.
I don't
Shaky
know.
hand. And shaky hand people, I feel like you need a hug. I want
There's
to hug
these
you.
two gophers that live out back, and I just saw the two of them. So I zoom in on them as
He's
one
shaking
would.
his hand.
My hands are so shaky.
Do you need a hug?
Yeah, I do. So that's August 6th and 7th. It's going to be a 2-day event. You're just going to get me because Corey doesn't use Procreate or
No
designs, but
iPad over
she could
here.
stand to learn from it. She doesn't like
I
iPads.
cannot
So it's
stand to
fine.
learn.
So it's Procreate for cookiers. You can sign up at thecookiecollege.com/bootcamp, and you can purchase it at thecookiecollege.com/bootcamp7/buy. But again, that's all listed there. That'll be in 2 weeks. Next up is Corey's boot camp. I'm not involved in Google Business
You
Profile.
will have to be involved in to set it up because you actually set mine up.
I will do the how to set up a Google Business Profile. I'll do that.
Okay, yeah, because that's the meat and
Then
taters right
Corey's
there.
going to tell you her strategy. Again, I was thinking of this myself. I'm a systems-based person. Starting a system from zero, I hate it. Starting a system from somebody else's jump point, love it. And that's what these boot camps are for. Corey's going to
Hmm.
tell you how she's optimized her Google business profile to get that Neiman Marcus order and that coach order. And I think there's another order you just got that was weird from your
Yes,
Google
I
business
can't
profile.
remember.
Can't remember. But either way, it's a Google business profile that's setting her apart from the competition.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
now
the
Google
people in
business,
DC.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. The DC people from the beach trip, which I'd love to go back on. The Google business profile, haven't they appreciated video now? Something's changed there.
No,
Now
it's
you
so
can,
crazy. You can now hook your social media. Another reason to create a Facebook page. You can hook your social media up to it. And what it's doing is pulling in it. I actually did a Google search the other day and it said short form video. And I clicked on it and it was only social media videos on there. But now you can hook your social
here's what I'm
accounts to
telling
your
you. Two
DMV.
things being indexed that I feel like are new. And when I say index, I mean Google's showing them in
Recognize him.
search
Yeah.
is TikTok videos and Facebook group posts from public groups.
I hate the group posts from public groups.
However, as a searcher myself, I was looking
Oh,
up
yeah.
something so obscure and it was like, here's a Facebook group post that was made about the same thing. It was something about the fridge was having this light on and it was to the left. And it was
But
like,
that's that Forums app has the beta
mm,
part, and it's literally you can search that
okay,
my fridge
that's
has a
weird.
weird light on
Social
it.
media content is being appreciated in search in general, which means to be AI is able to derive from it an answer.
Yeah, yeah,
And I was talking to AI and Corey at the same time, and I was like, how is this fair to the web owner that I spend so much time building this website and AI is just pulling snippets from is what they're called.
right.
And it was like, no, 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 no. You're looking at this wrong, the AI said. It was like, you're looking at this wrong. You might have been in the fifth or sixth position, which means nobody had ever clicked on you. And now you have the potential to be in position zero.
Here's my random question though. Let's say a lot of people, not saying you listening here, but a lot of people just copy and paste what AI gives them. But AI is pulling that information from someone else's website.
Right.
Wouldn't it look like duplicate
Yeah.
content?
In fact, I even asked AI, how are you guys indexing and pulling these answers? And it was like, oh, it was Claude, and I was using Fable within Claude. And it was like, hey, we don't like pulling our own content. We like pulling your content. So people who are using AI to generate their content on their website are going to be depreciated for it. And people who are writing themselves. So what I did, because I'm always pro AI as a tool, not as a replacement, I said, tell me the blog post content pillar. Give me 10 content pillars that support this goal I'm trying to do. And within that, give me my H2s, but do not write my sub articles, but do not write the content for me.
So, for people who just said that Heather just sounded like she was talking alien, what it is duplicate content on Google is actually something that used to be depreciated because Google didn't know who came up with the content first. So, it wanted original content because original content would rank. Duplicate content would go down in the search results because Google didn't know who made it first.
Right.
That's why I'm saying, is AI pulling from someone who's made the original content, someone's copy and pasting it, will both get, even though one person didn't do anything wrong and the other person did copy and paste. So
Remember, there's
Heather's
always
saying,
schema to every post, to every piece of content out there. There's schema below the surface that we can't read. So schema is like what's operating below. There's even a thing as schema therapy, right? What you think you're doing, but what's happening below the surface. Within schema is the timestamp of who the original creator was.
and now that AI can read just about anything, it can
Right.
read when that original post went up,
Mhm.
and then hopefully, I guess, decide to not. It'll be interesting as it rolls out, just seeing how people use AI, copy and pasting it without like proofreading it themselves.
But also, people can feel it.
People can, but some people don't care, and that's the
But you're not. I read an article. I read a snippet to the sisters this Saturday, and I was like, oh, my camera went down. It's so hot. It's
I
gonna
can
switch
see
to the
you.
other one. No, I'm about to go.
Okay. Yeah, you're going.
I'm gonna
You're
switch to
going.
this other one, and I want to explain what's behind me. And I tell you, the cats, if I recreate their cardboard kingdom, they tend to be interested for a little bit. So that's what this is here. I made a pile of all the Amazon shopping crap. I
Wow,
made it into a
your
pile, and
living
they
room
really liked it.
is never the same. It's
It's never
never
the
the
same. I
same.
actually recreate it every morning, and they're fascinated from it. So I'm sorry. Upcoming boot camps is the Procreate course in 2 weeks, and then Corey's doing Google Business Profile. Definitely worth a listen. Can you post videos to Google Business Profile now?
Now you can.
That if that doesn't tell you what is being appreciated, I don't know. And then I decided on, and I didn't tell you this, October's going to be newsletters.
That's
I
a
found out
great
right
one.
here. Thank you so much. And AI is incorporated in there too. I know, but we want to get stuff in inboxes. The number one highest converting form of marketing still.
Still, yeah, yeah. And it's a treasure trove we're leaving on the table because it's one extra thing to do. And we're never able to be like, I don't know, did they like it? Did they not? At least on social media, you get a like.
Well,
So
again,
you
it's
can,
cohesive though. It's like the all-encompassing market. We have to be everywhere to
yeah.
be anywhere, right? We can't just be on one place. And I think, and if you're new here, if you're new to baking, if you do videos and newsletters, you just beat 90% of people.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
If you
But
do
you can do it.
newsletters, Google Business, and video, oh my goodness, you've got the line.
Yeah, it
I
used to be like if you took a picture, good. If you took a well curated picture, now you beat those people. Now if you do a video, you beat the well curated. If you do email marketing, you beat it, and it goes
hate it
from
how much I love it. I hate them and love them equally as much. You and I are benefiting and suffering.
ah, suffering more than
You're doing
benefiting.
great. My gossip column. I'm going to be a little dirty, be a little weighty.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm sad, as they say.
Specifically, it's involves you. So Corey, okay, AI is a tool. So Corey, I can tell she wanted to generate this concept of a meme. And it was the emoji we have, and it was like the cookie emoji with the
Mhm.
emojis we deserve. And they were actually sugar cookies.
So
And it was
I
like
want to tell
delicious.
you, an aspect to marketing is trending things. So trending things are great because that means you can jump on the big names like Subway and Arby's and Diet Coke and Starbucks all did this theme before I happened upon it. So I said, "Oh shoot, they all did it. Let me make it for sugar cookie bakers because it had not been done yet. But it's a trend." So I said, "I don't even have to lay the groundwork here. It's been laid for me. Let me recreate it."
So Corey made this funny meme, and then another creator took the meme and ran it through AI to recreate the exact same meme. The problem is Corey's like the AI hated making the emojis, and she had to coach it all the way through. So it was almost like it was like ridiculous to try to remake the emojis. This is my guess in the world of cookies, where you a lot of cookie sets are generated in the brains of bakers from the inspo from other sets.
Yeah.
How far the derivative do you stop? Can you stop giving credit? You know, if someone
See,
like did a baby shower thing and you extrapolated an idea from it, when do you not having to be like, thank you so much, Corey, for this intro? Because
what
like
what the the crazy part was that was offensive was I had watermarked it as bakers do because I said this took me like 45 minutes to
I did.
make.
Somebody took it, ran it through AI, and posted the exact same meme, but it was brushed with AI, except for the fact that the
It
incredibly hard to recreate emojis were
it
exactly the same.
it took my logo out, put her logo on. Like what? That took it was the same pink color too.
That is the danger I see here with the argument is if you made a set that is inspired from another set, but it's
Yeah.
far enough away, do you still have to give credit?
See, that's where I don't know. It's, cutter shops want you to buy their cookie cutters, and a lot of cutter shops are cookiers themselves, so they make the cookies. If you buy their specific cookie cutter, I don't necessarily technically think you have to tag them because they wanted you to buy it. That was the whole thing. If you saw just a cookie baker and you're like, wow, that my customer said they want it tit for tat, they want nothing changed, then yeah, I think you got to give some credit where
I
credit's due.
mean,
You
first
didn't
time,
use
but the fifth time, do you have to? The fifth time where it's a completely different color palette, do you have to? Was it
years
like
ago.
dupes?
Years ago, a cookier that had a pretty big following reached out and she said, "Girls, what would you do?" I actually found this from another lady, but I didn't know she had took the idea from another lady, but I had tagged the one that I found
So
it
you
from.
see the
Yeah.
lineage of idea borrowing. So I've seen the argument if somebody takes your set and recreates it, and everyone's like, I love that they're copy. I love that I'm their inspo. I love a tag, but you can't keep tagging them. Like you're not the first person to recreate a rattle, and this person now has added their own like spice to it. Now add
I've
the
only seen,
caveat, the AI to
yeah,
it.
I know. That's where it gets like who's one. I've only been copied like pipe for pipe one time. It was so funny because she was asking me
Hyper
how I
fine.
did
That work
how
on.
I did rosettes or something, and I was like, "Oh, here's how I did them." And then she posts doesn't tag, and I was like, "Oh, that's a little rude." What it was the same colors, the same exact cookies, the exact same designs, and I was like, "Yeah, that's a you took exactly what." When it runs through AI, I don't know. I don't know because you can change it enough where you're like, is that the same one? I don't know. Especially with
But
the
with the
DIY
meme,
kids.
okay, the meme was a direct, like, take this, recreate it through AI.
Yeah.
So you were able to say, hey, this was mine. But
Yeah,
you're like,
because
the
I
funny
knew I
part is I had
said
AI generate so who does it truly belong to?
that's why I think we're in this weird sticky situation.
Corey and I said the time will come in the sugar cookie marketing group where someone will have used AI in an almost imperceptible way to recreate somebody else's set, and there'll be no way to truly prove they're connected. And this original creator will be upset, and this duplicator, which we cannot prove, will not relent, and there'll be nothing we can do.
I will say though, people who rely, and that's my big word, rely on AI, it's going to shake itself out because if you're doing everything through AI, you're no longer building a relationship. It's all run through AI. You have the AI information at the top, Meta's tagging it as AI.
Synth
Uh,
ID.
Yeah, the ID and all your cookies are run through AI. What looks like should be a flat cookie is like popping off and you have like an umbrella sticking out.
You'll get some, and it's so funny. My personal theory is that your poor eyesight does have an effect on whether
Oh,
you
a
perceive AI
thousand
to be real or
percent.
not. But
Yeah.
my eyesight's kind of not great anymore. My far sight, whatever, when you can't see far. So is it
Yeah.
nearsighted? I'm nearsighted.
I can't remember.
So when I get close, but my
Stealing,
mom will be like, no, that looks real to me. I'm like,
yeah.
how? In what world?
Stealing someone's cookie photo and running it through AI, I think bad juju. But
How can you prove it though?
is a meme intellectual property?
It's not. So the Nyan cat was proof that memes aren't intellectual property, but it does still offend.
Oh, it does offend. It does
Yeah, I
offend.
assume you were a little bent out of shape when
No, I
you.
said next time tag sugar cookie marketing in this.
And now,
She did.
okay, yeah, okay. So then, what's the apprehension of tagging? Because it doesn't produce that I created this. I'm a duplicate of somebody else's creativity. I
Well,
don't
I want to
think the
say,
tag depreciates the creativity of it. If
but then it
anything,
must because you wouldn't have, they didn't do it originally.
right. I think I want to create this and I want it to be my own, but it's necessarily not. I would like to tell people, as the end user, don't see you as any less of a creator if you tag the originator. I don't perceive it that way.
So I wonder, what is it in the person's posting mind? that says it is less because you would have done it if it didn't
I
mean
know
something
it's
to you.
something, it's like almost like a psychology question.
It is a psychological
Yeah,
question.
yeah, yeah.
And I
Interesting. So that's
think
my way.
to an extent, the sugar cookie marketing page has 120,000 followers. I think to some point people don't think that it's two knuckleheads behind it, me and Heather, with feelings and effort that, if you steal something from it, they're just like, it's a big account, whatever. It just happened to be my
True.
favorite.
I would think that. Sorry, back to the origination of the concept of video. I know we've been leaning into it recently in the last few podcasts, if they're not the last 10. It's because I'd be remiss to tell you how to market and not include it. But I go to Gam's house where my aunt's there, and she's like, am I just following more accounts or am I seeing you guys more often? Because I'm seeing all these videos.
Yeah.
So no, she wasn't following any more accounts, but she was seeing more because of the videos. Sorry, that was my last thing I wanted to add.
Yeah. So you tack that onto the goshawk.
I need to
Where's
know.
the
I need to
caution part
know.
of that?
We're boots on the ground here, and my family's reporting back. Yeah, my submission one is if you use another cookie set as inspo, you credit them the first time. But what about the fifth time? And then if you use another cookie or set as inspo, run it through AI and recreate something that's totally different, do you owe them credit at all?
I would say always be on the careful side and credit where credit's due. So
Here's what I'm gonna
if
tell
you
you. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. And you tell me if I'm wrong. My theory. If you tag a bigger creator than yourself, inspo by bigger creator, and that bigger creator says, thank you so much. Does it help you in the algorithm? I'd have to say yes, based off of what I've seen.
power likes used to be something that
I
was
know.
big. I don't think it's as big as it once was
No, but
anymore,
it's a
though.
nothing.
No, a comment's a comment. If you can get one, get one.
I mean, tag everybody though. Get them in there. I don't know. I just feel like you'd benefit yourself more for giving credit, even when you're considering where credit's due,
Oh, I think it would go a long way, and
and
you
then
might get a
building good
comment out of it.
juju.
Yeah, it would go. It would do more better than more harm.
Mo better,
Tagging.
mo harm. Mo
More
better.
problems, more better, more
Okay.
harm.
Okay. I hate to regret to inform you guys, we're tabling collabs,
We're tabling it, and I just want to say, tinge bit discouraged and disappointed,
but
and I say that
not.
as a loving mom.
The market has indicated that it ain't it.
So a lot of people showed up to Friday's collab, and I do appreciate you. We had limited signups,
Majority
so
signed up.
60%
Majority,
showed up,
that's majority.
barely.
64%, 0.5.
Barely.
So what we did is in this collab, we created parameters where it should have been, and our goal was 90% participation rate, and we still fell at 64.5, which did not meet the metric to keep this going, which is fine. Nobody is wrong. It's just the market indicating that it ain't yet.
You're wrong for signing up and not doing it. I
Yeah,
will say
okay.
that.
A little bit spanking. A little bit spanking. And yeah, I went through each one of your profiles on Friday. I was getting ready for the Morgan Wallen concert that I had to go to, and I didn't get home till 3 a.m. But I went through each of your profiles and see if you posted when we asked you to, at the time we asked you to, and participated. And it's not enough for me to put my name on the line to ask other people, the 64% who did participate, to tell them that they can expect 90% results, and they only got less than 60%. So, because like not everyone should have been searched. So Corey and I have taken it back, and we're like, hey, this to produce these collabs, it's 2 hours on her part, 2 hours on my part, just on the day of. It's about 5 hours on my part in the back end and the reminders and stuff. And then with you guys, you're creating the cookies and you're posting cookies. It's hours on your part. So with all these hours combined, I don't see the results currently. So we're going to take it back to the kitchen, rebake it up. So pausing collabs for the moment.
But I will say, we did 6 full months of collabs. So that was
No, we
six
did
full
far more
months
than
that
6 months, big boy.
no, since we resurrected them from January to now, it was 6 full months.
Yeah, and I couldn't beat 60. I couldn't beat the 64%.
Yeah, so it's fine. It's more like the reason why I was disappointed. Me and Heather, I could care less if you comment on our stuff. It's your colleagues, which are your other cookie
Yeah.
bakers, That's where I was sad because they're putting in the time and effort for you to show up for the time and effort, and they didn't get it. And I couldn't change it. It's not like I could comment 50 more times to make up for, the
No.
comments that they didn't get. That's what I was
And
discouraging.
you blessed people who did participate. I know you're like frothing at the bit to be like, but I did benefit. And you did, and that's great.
I know.
But it's just not enough for me to warrant this much time on everyone's part to put into that percentage participation rate. Because we gotta have the metric that says yes or no. Yes or no. The market
It's
always is honest.
it's a no. It's a no.
Whereas far still Friday. The Midsummer membership sale is in 2 weeks. Corey and I have talked about giving some digital products away as a hype. I'll be working on that tomorrow.
Okay. Did you freeze?
I just wanted to see what you're going to say. And then the Vendy Blendy is in 18 weeks. So you can actually pen for the Vendy Blendy group right now. And I'll be opening the first round of vendors, which are vendors who have been past vendors are welcome to sign up first. I'll be opening that in September. Back to school is in 5 weeks. But you know what's wild? Some ladies like, I think it's so funny. A lady in the sugar cookie marketing group, she's like, I think it's so funny. Our school went back today.
No, some people are going back like tomorrow,
I'm
and
so sorry. It's July
I need to
still.
see when my son goes back. I
I think it was
honestly don't
August
know.
24th. I almost feel like I built it on. That's why I have
Oh,
back to school as the 24th.
good to know. Good to know.
Don't quote me on that. I might be late. Labor Day is in 7 weeks. Not a big cookie holiday, but a little start of our cookie kickoff. Speaking of NFL season in 7 weeks, some people like DIY kits for that. Canadian Thanksgiving. I like to throw it into my America's Hat neighbors. 12 weeks. And then Halloween, leading up to Halloween, because we find that the cookie world operates 6 weeks in advance. So Halloween is in 15 weeks. That's far away, but you're going to actually look for mid-September for that to start. The
Yeah,
production, the cookie content, the ordering of cutters, the pre-sales, that's going to start mid-September. So we're at the tail end of July, which is wild to me.
I know. The 21st.
Right. So, and then typically the cookie content season, the cookie football season starts off in mid-August with back to school. But now we're seeing all these schools going back a little bit sooner. I've seen August 15th. Someone said July 20th. So I'm saying like August 1st, we dial in for the 6 weeks prior, almost like 2 weeks prior to back to school. So we're looking at July right now being back to school start.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen people post it already now.
So you get through all of August is back to school. And then September, a small hiatus right there, but then we're right back into getting ready for Halloween stuff. And then it's bam, 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 our biggest seasons ever. And if you are new and you're listening to this for the first time, our biggest seasons ever, 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 ever. It is truly something you do not know what it is like. Let me actually see, Corey, why you talk about this. We've sold quite a few tickets. I post
Mm.
our cookie classes for Halloween and Christmas ahead of time. I just want to see what I've sold because I've seen some of those. I'm so sorry. For Halloween, we sold 7 out of 10 tickets.
Oh, nice.
Corey, it is July.
It's July, but we are fall people and we are
How
wishing
many
for
of our
fall.
Christmas tickets do you think we filled? Christmas,
I don't
it's
know,
December 5th,
three or
6th
four. Oh, great.
at $85 a ticket. Listen to us. Do you not think that's unfathomable? It's 6 weeks, 6 months from now, 6 weeks
Yeah,
away.
and it's just honestly consistency. We've been teaching classes for years now, to the point where we don't have to go out and search for people to sign up. They're finding us and signing up, which is just a breath of fresh air.
You'll
More
be
time on
happy
our
when I
plates.
got Corey and I inadvertently locked our class keys in the class.
We did.
I got them
We
back.
did.
ST on me about it. I got 3 texts. Which one do you want to do?
Three. Number three.
Hilariously. Hilariously. It's actually a spam text. Venmo, your alert. You've received $22. Reply yes to accept or stop to cancel.
20, just
So
22 bucks. That's
scammer,
it.
you win. And yeah, it wants me to give them my business information so I can get it because I didn't meet the threshold for 500. So they'll figure out a way to work around.
Maybe
So
if they would have said 500 originally, I would have. And I'm like, I can do
yeah,
500.
lady, for the money.
$22.
So I'm sorry, scammer, you're a winner. If you want to email me at heather@sugarcookiemarketing.com. I know I owe two of you a response for the STL me about it segment. So you get Cookie Design Lab for free for a month. It's a really cool software. Corey was in it yesterday. I could tell.
I did. Was, yes.
What did you print? and
Meeting
then
with
look at
real
your
estate agent on Friday for my own house, and I said, why not market when I'm there? Let me
such a
make my house
vibe,
at
such a vibe.
$100,000.
717, not a winner, but forever in our hearts. Hello, twins. Thanks so much for the podcast. You're making mowing my lawn so much more enjoyable. Ha. Thanks for the podcast to help with new bakers. I've been doing it about a year, but I'm not sure when to kind of step up my game. Problem is, I have a dog, and in Pennsylvania, you can't be an official cottage baker with a dog unless you redo your whole house. So I shall wait until my dog passes, and then I guess that'll be my sign to move into cookies. One thing maybe nobody's talking about is how do you do full-time cookies and not have aches and pains? Not sure my wrist or my neck and back could take it full time. Maybe I'm the only one hunched over cookies, and I get it, or cookies, and I get it. Aches and pains are in mixing so much icing. Any tips on that? I'm no spring chicken, but respect to those who do it all the time. While you answer this, may I use the restroom.
Sure. You're right. Aches and pains happen, and we're all decorating like fried shrimp. So it is totally normal that you're going to face those. The thing is, you don't want to get so far gone where it has to take surgery because you have to think if it takes surgery, all your profits that you've made from cookies over the years goes to pay for that surgery, whatever the deductible is, or the time off from cookie decorating. Stretching is good. Having a chair that forces you to sit up is also good. Maybe a standing table is what you need. I have a hand massager that I use, especially after big orders, that really helps get the blood flow into the joints. Supplements, check with your doctor first, but you can find things that help joints and joint pain like that. But you don't want to go too far gone where you're like, I can't even decorate now because my back hurts so much, so I'm going to quit because of that. So stretching, I know that I have a hunchback, like I have bad posture. So my husband says, at the gym, you need to focus on things that make your back stronger because if you can focus on back pulls, it'll pull your shoulders back and you'll have better posture for it.
I
So
was
it's,
doing face pulls.
yeah, doing those things now will set you up for success later versus getting to the point where you're like, it hurts so bad, I can't do it. And then you're just quitting because it's too much of an uphill battle. So I use a hand massager. I have a back massager, stretches, supplements, walks in between sets is a great one.
The reason why I had to use the restroom, I have to interject here, is I've been trying to drink as much water as you're supposed to in a day. So I Googled like what are the benefits of this nightmare scenario? And they were like,
Life.
water. Yeah, they said besides all the things, water really benefits the joints between your bones are made of water. So
Yeah.
when you're dehydrated, which me all the time, you are creating that friction point that can't be undone by not drinking water.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. And the piping bag thickness, you don't know, but
That's
it
an
can actually
interesting one.
cause hand cramps when the bag is too thick and you have to give it extra pressure to get the icing out.
I
Maybe find one with a
prefer
bag.
the looser bags. I know the florals don't like it, but in our classes, we do the loosest bags.
Not the loosest ones because people have popped them so much, but I do
Well,
like one down from that.
that's a great question. And I hate your dog to pass, but as Corey, as a dog owner, I know that she's also suffering from it.
Always cleaning, always vacuuming.
And then it sent me back the autoresponder from her text that says use code TWINS to get 15% off Cookie Design Lab.
Oh, nice.
So if
Weird.
you want to enter to win Cookie Design Lab, the texting code is 571-556-5644, or use code TWINS to get 15% off.
Yeah. And I was using it yesterday. Super handy, makes custom cookie cutters, great for your clients in getting super custom orders.
And they're adding a lot of features. I did ask her to be on the podcast, so I'll come up to that. But next week, look for Taylor, which is just another baker giving their experience, which is unique to them. But I mean, if we don't learn from other people's experience, what do we learn from?
I know. I know.
Okay, our sponsors, Cookie Design Lab, which I mentioned is code TWINS to get 15% off. Bakety Bake, which Corey mentioned. Someone had asked us, they said, do you use your best products in cookie classes when you teach cookie classes or not? And I was like, Corey doesn't. But however, in this last class, use every meringue powder you owned.
I said, I got to use up the meringue powder. I got it to test it out for somebody. But then I said, I don't want them to expire and then to go bad. So let me use them up for this class.
Which
So
ones did
each
you
bag of
use?
icing, I used Wilton's,
Okay, which is hard to
Jeannie's
come
Dreams,
by. Jeannie's Dreams, which changed just a little bit of the formulation.
and Co., which I really do
You
like.
do like Enco, but it's out of the country.
It's not in the, I want to say South America. So the whole
Right.
bag is written in Spanish. So if you can't
Oh,
get past that, you're going to have some issues. But what's up right white? And I use Bakety Bake.
they
So
got a
it's
case
funny.
of the bacon bag.
Wilton's, one lady's like, there's so many bubbles in the yellow. That was Wilton's.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody in the class we taught on when we teach it 2 Saturdays ago.
Yeah, 2 Saturdays ago. And I will say I don't like to throw away icing. So we had some people who didn't show up to class. So oh, you're gone.
No, I'm coming back. I want to
Oh,
switch over to the nicer one.
I don't waste the icing. So if someone didn't show up to class, I brought it home so I could use it. And the yellow does have a lot of bubbles in it.
Really?
She
I
wasn't
wonder why.
wrong. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. And it
It's
wasn't
so
like I
funny
whipped
that
them
she
up any
said
different.
that.
Yeah.
She so specifically said that. That lady was in it to win. I can tell she'll be selling soon, but she signed up for the two of those. So if
Yeah.
you, I'm sorry, back to the cookie classes. If you wonder why we publish our Halloween and December class, Christmas class so soon, is because I want people to sign up for it. And they do when they come up to our classes.
Yeah.
Daisy makes his code twins10 for 10% off. Primera and Eddie, they're actually launching pre-orders for Connie. She sent Corey an email this morning. Jennifer did pre-orders for Connie. And Corey, can you tell us what Connie is? Why I refocused myself?
Connie is a an edible food printer, not like Eddie where it prints directly on food, but this is great for cake people or cookie people who don't have an Eddie. Wafer paper, sugar sheets, and things like that. That is what Connie uses. But it's been a headache. People have gotten a Canon printer and used edible food coloring in it, but it gets jammed. They don't like the way that the colors come out.
I've heard rumor that Canon will run a print on paper before they ship out the printer. So even if you switch them out, technically
Yeah.
it's no longer food safe.
It's not, but so this Connie is food safe and uses edible food coloring and supposed to be printer. And if you didn't know, Primera is actually a printer company. That's
They
what their
understand
main
it. They
focus
do
is.
big into labels, like labels that you put on like like what I get soft soap from Amazon. I mean, sorry, from Walmart. Like that kind of printer.
Yeah, big old hunker like big
Honker.
hunker
So
labeling
yeah,
thing.
I should ping. So Taylor we have next week, but I should ping Jennifer. She was saying like, how do you think we should market this? Come on the podcast.
If you say that one more time, you say it every week, we're gonna get them on the
Yes, listen,
podcast.
I asked them to be on the podcast and they got too busy. That is why I
Well,
have
don't keep drip dropping
PTSD.
it. Either get them on or get
Taylor,
them out.
Taylor, I was like, hey, she sent that this morning. I was like, hey, you down to be on it next week? She was like, absolutely, I am. That's the energy I need. Primer and Eddie, very Corey will swear by Eddie. It's a pretty cool machine. If you're interested in it, join their Eddie Printers user group or even join their unofficial Eddie group to find really just fascinating approaches to using this.
Oh yeah,
I saw
people
a
are doing.
lady and people were kind of rude to her, but they kind of corrected it. In the unofficial Eddie group, she used Eddie. She used a concept. She sent it to AI. She had AI print on the cookies, and then she piped on top of the AI generated image to create this like three-tier concept. And it was mind-boggling. And people were like unsure if it was AI generated, but half of it was. But she piped on top of it. She used Eddie. She used AI. She used all these tools to make something I've really never seen before. It was pretty
Yeah.
fascinating. It
Yeah, I
was
think
pretty
I
impressive. And, shame on the people who shamed others for trying something new, but it was a great set. And if you want to use the code Sugar Cookies at Bosch Nutrimil, which is the Universal Plus mixer, Sugar Cookies will get you $20 off. It does pay us $20, but you get $20 off. So we use that to run the podcast. So thank you so much. Cordy, you have a Twinterest.
my twin terrest. I have been, if you didn't know, I am a big holiday person and
We know. We started.
holiday is on its way. The stores have now actually rolled out their Halloween decor so early in
Listen,
July. I'm all for it.
July's been, and I know I say this every year, it's been too hot.
It's been quite
It's been
hot.
too
So
rainy.
I think people are excited. And, if you want your summertime, you're still going to have every single ounce of it. But if we want to just look forward to the cooler weather, I've
I
been
am.
scouting out.
I've enjoyed your memes.
Yeah. They're only fall based.
So are
If you're
you
not
like
fall, you're not there.
I'm sorry, and if you're willing to come to West Virginia, I found a road called Apple
Orchard
no, like where
Drive.
you process them or something. Like it's like apple picking lane.
Oh,
And
that's so
it's
funny.
just endlessly as far as I can see of apples.
Well,
Apple
apple
trees.
picking time. It's right now we're you think of sunflowers as fall. It's not. It's actually a summer flower. We're in sunflower season right now.
Is
So
that
if
what
you're the
you're trying
local
to
thing you
lean
want to
into
go.
that?
No, I was
Hey,
thinking about going to
baby.
Birdside Farms because they have like these tickets you can go and
I
walk
got
through.
my oil changed by that couple that lives by Burnside Farm. I drove past massive amounts of
Oh
sunflowers,
yeah.
more than you
Yes.
can imagine.
And then you'll never guess, apple season's before fall. So it's going to be, I think, in late August/September. So it'll still be hot when you're picking,
I would like to
but they'll be there.
go. Can you come to West Virginia? I'll find one.
Why do you keep wanting me to cross my state
They
line?
love
Virginia,
them some
born and
orchards.
bred. Born
Yeah,
and bred,
but
live and
they
love.
but we have land here in West Virginia.
Virginia for lovers.
This is my Twinterest. You know that Camp Snap camera I had?
I
Have
don't remember.
that thing, that little
Oh,
dummy.
yes. Yes.
So it had two problems. You had to turn it on to take a photo, and then you had to wait that awkward 3 seconds.
Yes.
They have come out with a new one.
Are you
No
buying
turning on the
it?
camera. I already did. So I'm back to my 30 photos a month. It's a dummy camera, so you actually can't see what you take a photo of. But I went through all my camp staff photos of when I was taking this. It was just great recollection of what was
So,
going on that month.
question, you take your cell phone photos like constantly. Why
Yeah,
do you need
because
the
these are
camp
more intentional.
style?
Like stand 1, 2, 3. My cell phone was like, get away from me. These
Oh,
camp snap ones I
interesting.
feel are like so intentional. Like
So
people,
unlike if you're just hearing this, they don't create actual real film. It's still a
no,
digital camera, but it's reminiscent. If a digital camera and a real old school camera had a baby,
it
it
actually
takes
wants to be a throwaway camera. It says we are the throwaway camera, but you don't have to throw us away. That's the branding.
and it feels like a throwaway
Yeah.
camera if you've ever held one. But it
So,
creates digital photos, but it's not a digital camera because you
yeah.
don't have a screen where you can say, I didn't like the way I smiled.
You can't delete what you took. You can only see, of course, you can upload it to your phone or your computer. But like when I was looking back through those photos I took, I was like, these are things I wouldn't have uploaded from my phone because I'm like, ah, it's just forgettable. But these are
Yeah.
things I'm so happy I can see what we were doing.
I
And
think
so,
that's to my moots, MOOTSH, that I get 10 photos a month printed.
yes, yes,
It's
same
reminiscent
concept.
of that.
Because you're like, I wouldn't have done anything with these by themselves on my phone. For some
I
reason, a phone photo is like the worst
It
value
is
photo.
a
Like I'm taking
Snapchat memory though. Love it.
because we
I'll get
like
a,
it, but you wouldn't print off Snapchat memory
no, I
necessarily.
would not. I would
So
not.
I did buy it. It'll be here next week. I'll be taking 30 photos a month. That's my goal.
Is it only allow you 30 photos a month?
No, I'm 500 on a single charge, but I'm just saying minimum 30. That's my goal. And 30 every month. So I can like document. If you took 30 photos a month, you essentially took a photo a day.
Do you think home, and this is a random question, and I want you to answer honestly, because I have my own thoughts. Do you think home ownership has caused you to be less of a minimalist and a little bit of a maximalist?
I'm gonna say there's nothing in this house bigger.
No,
Nothing.
but like if you had a camera that worked, even though it
Yeah.
cost.
So what I was thinking, I was gonna offer it for you, to be honest.
Oh,
Thank
no
you.
way. Okay, never mind. She's a
Oh,
minimalist.
yeah.
Get over
Because
here.
I was like, because my thing about minimalism is I'm not minimalist. I'm minimalish, meaning I absolutely want everything I've ever seen in my whole life. But if I purchase a thing, it either has to replace something or it has to fill a need that was very necessary. So, okay, so I went through my closet. I organized my closet and I was like, there's a lot of things I don't wear, specifically like Viper
Yeah.
stuff. You go to this meet or you buy the shirt. So I emailed this guy who's 75. He has all these grandkids. I was like, hey, would your grandkids like these shirts? So now I've gotten all of the shirts. I just am not grabbing. Yes, I like the concept of them. I like owning them. I don't use them. So let me get them to people who would use them.
Do
So
you
if I'm,
feel like it's wasted money that
no,
you bought them and then now you're giving
I
them?
mean, technically, yes, it is. But a lot of these shirts were included in signing up for an event.
Yeah. But then I
So
know
that
that Pakistan had you in a chokehold for a minute.
those ones are not giving away. That's what I'm giving. But like, okay, this camp snap, I was like, well, if I offer to you or Arch, which Arch
Yeah.
is, but if I offer to you, granted, you're dealing with 3 second delay, but no $70 cost.
I guess I know home owners, like, because you lived with Gans for a bit and she's very particular about stuff in her house. It was easy to not bring anything in because you got chastised when she saw it. But home ownership, to have like the say,
It wants you to buy it. It's
oh,
screaming, buy stuff.
it'll take up every ounce in a kitchen
I'm
cabinet.
gonna tell you this, so maybe because I know you're gonna move soon. In my basement, like I'm telling you, I'm trying to be the system. I am a systems person. So what I did is I got everything of like kind, like quality together, and I put it in this clear bin. And it's important that the bin is clear,
Yeah.
which I know people are like, let me get an opaque bin so I can't see what's in there. Once the bin
Yes.
is opaque, you don't own the thing anymore.
Oh, it owns you and the space and the
Yes.
storage
So I got
cost.
these clear bins, and the clear bins are actually smaller than the shelf. And you'd be like, well, that's wasted space. That's intentionally wasted space because the wasted space is actually not meant to be full. Now that everything is together and like kind, like quality, I'm gonna go parse through it and be like, are you using this? No, then it needs to go. When was the last time you touched it? 3, 4, 5 years ago? You don't need it. Then you can say, do I want to resell it? Do I want to donate? Whatever. That's where I'm at. So I was even thinking, like, yeah, obviously there's nothing behind me. I have no furniture yet because I'm not ready with the systems to allow for furniture to enter the space.
And she doesn't want her cats to ruin
Then
it.
I can just, then it's gonna ruin
The
it.
cats do like to ruin stuff.
Their little nails. And I did you remember when I had you pinned down Munch? I couldn't do
Yeah,
his
I
thumb, so I did
remember.
it. I did it on my own.
I didn't like that. I didn't like to be an evil person to a cat.
Archer's at his memer peepers house for the month, but he'll be back soon.
Yeah, yeah. Coming up next
Are you
week.
excited about it? Does he want to watch my house for a couple days in August?
I'll have to see what day school starts.
It would be August 5th, 15th. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm sure he'd be fine with it. My
Okay,
issue
come
is
out to West
driving
Virginia.
out
I'll
there and
meet you
having to drive
halfway. I can meet you
home.
halfway.
Oh, maybe at that sushi place that I like. That's
Oh,
down
that's even
seven.
close to me. Tell me when. My neighbors keep buying the subways. I didn't go to the subway, but I asked him. I was like, "What about the subway in West Virginia?" He said, "The minute that subway's for sale, it's mine."
Oh, no way. And he'd be local to his house.
He would love it, and he was working at the subway in Manassas for 3 months to get it off the ground. So I'm going to go and leave him a
To
review.
what? Oh, to leave him a review.
Yeah, he said free cookies, free sodas.
Could you really go to any
I
Subway and
said
just leave a
nobody
review?
likes the subway more than my nephew.
Oh,
He's a subway
ours
fiend.
will eat a sub sandwich.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, I'll get room for your subways.
People are like, I hate Subway. I think Subway's, did you know they have
What are
these
you
little,
getting?
they actually have healthy wraps now, and they're so good. They're so
What?
good.
Talk me
It's
into it because I'm not convinced.
okay,
Well,
a
I'll get it when I
chicken
go to their subway.
ranch chicken wrap.
Well, I love Ryan.
It has
I
like
love Ryan.
15 grams of protein, and it's actually either $3.99 or $4.99. A
Oh my
deal.
goodness. That's the
Yes.
price. The price is what's killing me. Leaving
Yeah.
my house
Yeah.
immediately, $20. If you go to Walmart, which I know you don't,
Yes.
what is there? Great Buys, is that their brand?
Great value.
Great Value. There's these tuna, and I don't lose me on the tuna. It's these Mediterranean bowl. It's 15 grams of protein. I look forward to the thought of eating it. It has olive oil, some
Interesting.
delight. I almost bring you one.
Even though we're so off base and people have turned this off now.
This is Pinterest. You're allowed to say
This
whatever
is the
you want.
twin twist. I have, so my son went up to his or down to grandma's wherever in Alabama for 1 whole month. That means I've not had to buy a snack or taken him or
How
entertained him.
I was just listening to a budgeting thing, and they're like feeding kids.
But I have not. So if you think about it, even if you leave your house to go on a drive, you're using gas and you might be like, well, I already paid for it. Well, you're just getting close to another fill up. So I have not left my house. And if we go, we take my husband's car right on gas and he gets like a million miles
When
per
was the last
gallon.
time you drove your car?
I had to drive it on the weekend, but during the week it sits. It's a giant paperweight. And I said, wow, I'll need an oil change probably in 2 months. But the longer I don't drive, the more I stave that up. And you're every time you leave your house, you
Yes,
spend something, whether it be in
absolutely.
gas, stopping at a place to even get something, a refreshment. You
I
go to the
posted this.
store.
I posted this in a West Virginia group, and it was said the cost of a Five Guys cheeseburger is equivalent to a Dodge Challenger in 2015.
No, I don't. Five Guys is. I want to say I enjoyed their burgers, but I cannot
Worth
justify
$18 to walk it out to my
for a
car.
burger and no fries to be
Right.
$20. I
Ridiculous.
cannot. So what I've done is not left. I've gone on a lot of walks, but here's the thing. If you want to save money,
Okay.
you got to stop scrolling. You got to stop going into stores because you will
Yeah.
go into a store and talk yourself into something you
Mm.
never wanted and
I
you do
went,
not need.
Mari Bart went to Ross last night. I don't know why I went. I just went.
That's begging for your money to
Yeah.
leave.
You know what they had at this West Virginia Ross?
Uh-uh.
That dewy skin
Oh,
watermelon. They
I
had
know what you're
so much
talking
of it.
about.
And it was 33% off, which is more than even the Sephora sale once a year.
So
But they
did you
had,
buy it?
I bought two of them, yeah. It does. They even had Syncopair from Dr. Dennis Ross.
Yeah.
Ross. They had
My thing
them.
is, I have a cabinet full of skincare. So
Yes,
until that is gone,
I agree.
I don't need a dewdrop. Till what I have
Okay,
is just
I hear
gone.
here since we've truly lost everybody. Here's my logic. If I bought it more than 10 times, I'm allowed to buy it again because it's truly
Okay.
consumable for
I
me.
will say that if it's a consumable that you know you'll
Yes.
utilize
So
and it's at a discount,
Corey and I went to Bath and Body Works.
Bath and Bod.
And
Or
it's their fault line. Listen, Linda. That candle, the benefit that fall
mine's burning
candle, which
down
Corey
right
and I
now.
did, pumpkin clothes,
Yes.
the benefit of that far exceeds the cost in the terms that it's a true consumable. If you buy candles and don't burn them, you're back into the problem.
You are back into the problem. The consumable I can get behind because the problem is if you're getting consumables that you aren't eating or you aren't utilizing, it's taking up space and space is valuable. The things is my issue. The stuff
So
is the
what the
problem.
non-consumable, what stuff are you buying that's non-consumable?
I
Anything
haven't,
fall day, anything the word decor, it's got
oh,
an issue because
decor. What's so funny, I went to all these stores to look at the Halloween decor. I went to probably four different stores and someone's
which
like, I can't wait to
you
see your haul, but I didn't buy one thing. So I was like, oh,
so
I'm
are
so
you
sorry.
getting,
There's
I mean, talk
no
about the
haul.
greatest blend is you get the high, but not the purchase.
I'm getting the high of discovery.
I got a Target and an ad. Talk me off this ledge. This is my first house. I do want a Christmas tree. I like the Christmas tree lights.
Yeah, I love a Christmas.
The
Oh, is it a
problem with
cat tree?
yes.
I saw that. I saw that. I
It's
thought
a
that would be good for you
because it's not cheap. It was $300. It's ridiculous.
because it's a cat
Do
tree,
you
but
understand? And I've done some research on it. This is my 50th time targeting the ad that the column that's where the
is
cat stand
the
is can be
cat. Yeah.
redecorated.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah,
No,
so
I
we
thought that was a great idea if you had a tree, but it was expensive.
no lights
And that's
included.
another thing. Yeah, do you really care though? Put something on it. They're twinkle lights. You can buy them and then
Do you
plug them
think
into
I
the
should
wall
do
now.
it? It's a cat toy,
I
which
am a
obviously I'm a
big,
slave to.
here's my thing. I've had my tree for a number of years. I decorate it the same exact way every single
Beautiful
year.
tree.
I love the tree, so I'm a holiday person. If you're going to get rid of the tree eventually, no, don't get it.
I don't see myself living without a tree. It's my first tree. I
But
have the tree.
then there's cheap trees.
Oh, you're not wrong. I'm probably a cheap tree
It's
person.
hard to say.
Well, that's
But
right.
the cat tree
A
is funny
tie-tie.
because it's cats and they get to live in your tree and it would be kitschy and
You know
cute,
how
but
I
chicken dog is
die on the
cool.
inside if they don't use it?
Yeah, but you put it away and bring it out every year. It's new.
In terms of minimalish and cat toys, where I found the safe space is anything made of cardboard. That's to include the Amazon box that I cut the hole out of so they can run into,
Yeah.
or I go to Ross and they have a lot of that repurposed cardboard cat scratchers, which you seem to like. Don't go to Petco and buy the cat scratcher. It's $24. But if I know
Expensive.
that I could recycle it in apparently the wrong recycle bin, it gives me reprieve.
I guess I'm out of my cat era because they've passed away, not any fault of my own. Uh, so money, pets are money dumps.
Hits.
They're just
The
endless
payout is the joy of
the
having something.
joy. And then like I'm cleaning up all the time. It's endless. So I'm in my non-consumerism era
This
where
is
I
big
can
for
walk
you,
in a
man.
store and just look at the stuff and be just as happy. More in love with the fact like minimal charges coming into my bank account is my high, my dopamine hit.
Okay, what was the
Holding something else.
last non-consumable you bought?
I have only been focused on just buying consumables, so I
Okay.
can't honestly
Good
remember.
job. Good job.
Yeah, no decor. Oh, I guess, oh, the candle's consumable.
No,
So,
consumable. I can count candles consumable as long as they're used. So Corey and I got pumpkin clove. It was a BOGO.
yes.
So we each got one and the other. Yes, we could have done that together, but I didn't want to. I don't want to. You already burned through one. I'm almost done with my guy.
Yeah, I love a candle. I had some candles I just can't get behind the scents. I need to either give them away,
Post
give
them
them
in
away.
your community group. Girl.
Yeah, they would love them. Yeah, no, that's the thing is, and I've studied it. The reason why people want bigger houses isn't because, they're bigger people. They want bigger houses because they have more stuff. And the stuff is coming out of the cupboards and the drawers. And they're like, we've outgrown this house. No, your stuff has
Mm.
outgrown the house. But if you do not use the stuff owns you. I'm big. If you're going to eat that bag of candy, get the bag of candy because you're going to eat it.
And
But
be
if you're
be
going to
with
get,
like irrevocable joy because like it's a
yeah.
consumable.
But then if you are just hoarding on to things,
I saw
the
this
things,
TikTok and this girl had, like above the garage, they have those kind of like peak storages. They have like, they're not, you couldn't make it a bedroom.
yeah,
It's
it's a
like a,
loft.
a loft, but not even a loft that's like, I mean, sure you can make it functional, but you'd be emptying into somebody's bathroom.
Yeah.
So, like the master bathroom, she had turned it into a storage closet for her fall and Christmas decor. And someone was like, consumerism's final boss because it was wow, I bet your house is a vibe. But like at what cost?
But then
That
so you're getting a tree. The problem with the tree is it does take up space to store it for
yeah.
11 months out of the year
If
because
that,
it's
the
just,
tree is truly the fascinating question because it forces the hand of that's Christmas and it is a vibe, but it does need to be stored. So then you're like, well, then leave the tree out all year. It's not who I am as a person.
no, Heather would not do that. But I would say a cheaper tree would be the
It's a
best
hard
of.
sir.
That is not
I'll tell you about
a
that.
cheaper tree.
Oh my gosh, it's a cheaper tree. Yeah,
A more inexpensive tree would be.
it is fascinating. Well, I'm glad you're on your journey because Corey is going through her decluttering, which you're
Yeah,
big into Amazon Marketplace for reselling at $5, $6 a pop, which is fascinating.
sure. Yeah, sure. It's no sweat off my back if you want to drive 30 minutes for something for $5. At least I recoup some of the guilt versus just giving it away. But I was going through old clothes and I was like, wow, these could have a new home somewhere else, not in my drawers
The
where the drawers.
mental, what helps me for clothes is especially like higher end, like business jackets that I love that weren't
I
the cheapest.
know.
I say, if I donate this, somebody who couldn't get a job otherwise may be able to land their
Yeah.
dream job because they dressed the part. But if I
Yeah.
have it in my closet, and I'm not wearing it, they can't get the job. That's how I release myself.
And if
Recently.
you're working on the consume, like buying less, going into a store and not grabbing a cart or a hand cart and
Oh,
just
Corey, when
having
I was in
what's in
Ross
your hand.
yesterday with this like lemon
Yeah.
slice cardboard thing for the cats, it was impossible to carry. It made me inconvenient.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it's
just
a
having
good tip.
less. And what's so funny is I actually had a cart one day because I went to the grocery store and I was like, oh, this cute little doodad. It was in my cart. And I said, walk that right back to where you found it. Go put that back.
Something I do is if it's not on my shopping list, it can't be bought.
Oh, yeah. A pre-done shopping list
Mm.
is going to keep you on the straight and narrow. You have to know yourself, though, and be able to police yourself in the grocery store. The store has one job to sell you stuff.
Uh-huh. And it
That's their goal.
this one has set me free a bit. Walmart is the storage facility until you're ready to take it out of the storage, which means
Yeah.
you just take it to check out and buy it, right? That's seen as your storage facility. It'll always be there. The needles, the thread always will be there. So,
I love adding, I'm getting a dopamine high adding things to cart and never checking out.
oh,
So
My Amazon cart, my save for later. Ridiculous.
yeah, TikTok is dangerous because there's an ad every 2 seconds. I'll just add it to cart, keep scrolling.
It resets my
It'll be
card
there.
there and it knows it shouldn't. Like, girl, you
Yeah.
should never set
Yeah.
that. I might have bought it, but I'm not going to buy it if you delete it.
Oh, and I told Nate this, my husband, and he was like, that's a good way to think about it. In my younger 20s, you couldn't have talked to me about retirement. I
No,
was so out of my realm of like possibility and mindset. I'm like, I'm going to be working for another 50 years. So I didn't even think about it. But now, as I enter into my 40s, only 37, so I don't want to hustle that if I don't have to. If you think everything, time it has a price to it. So a lawyer's hour might be worth $400. If you work fast food, your hour might be worth $15. But everything you buy cost you some life.
Blood time.
Yeah, so you might be like, I'll buy this fall decor that's $20. If you
20,
make $10 an hour, you have
2
taken
hours. You have
2 hours of your life. But then I am also thinking about if I spend the $20, that's one extra day or 2 extra hours I tack on before I can retire. So
But
I'm
it's
telling
not because
myself,
this eighth wonder of the world is compounding interest. So if you guys want the ultimate price hack, tell AI, open an AI chat. You can do Gemini like expiring chats or whatever and be like, hey, I'm 37. I plan to retire at what, 59 and a half or whatever the withdrawal is. I want to buy $200 worth of this crap. How much if the annual rate of return, let's be honest, 7% accounting for inflation at retirement will this actually cost me? And it'll be like $400. It'll
but
be like
that's what it's
$600.
that's so that
True
$20 fall
cost.
decor.
But
So
and the asterisk, which you don't acknowledge, is that the fall decor not only does it cost you retirement and cost of compounding interest, it costs you space. So I actually use AI. I said, here's the average unit price for renting a space. How much, if this
yeah.
is in a Target bin, those black bins with the yellow tops, how much would this cost to store in the storage unit? It was like this much. And I was like, now over 10 years. My grandmother's best friend, Darlene's son, is in Japan. He just moved to Japan. He's like an English teacher there. But he was saying, he's like super like kumbaya. He's like a super approachable guy. He pays for a storage unit here in America for $1,000 a month.
That's insane. But
I'm so
it's
sorry.
entire his
$1,000 a
entire
year. I'm so sorry. It's $1,000 a year, but he's had it for 25 years. He does not know what's in it. That's $25,000
yeah,
of something that when he passes away, they'll throw away or let it go to auction. What would you do with
which
that
is
$25,000?
wild. Yeah, so that's what I've been able to reprogram in my mind is instead of getting the little dopamine hit, the little dopamine high of whatever it is, if it's not a consumable, like I won't use it. One, it's taking up space. I think Heather is in summer are big into these little plush animal things. What are they called?
Not me. I like to look at them jelly cats.
Jelly cats. Jelly cats have a zero return on investment
I
other
asked
than
Summer
my
about that.
happiness.
I said, which jelly cat? Jelly cats are almost like the Beanie Babies of today.
But the price of a jelly cat versus the prices
Oh
of
yeah.
new Beanie
Beanie Babies are
Baby,
$12 from what I remember.
something like it was like between 8 and 12. I can't
Okay.
recall.
These jelly cats are now $75. So I said to Summer, if you listed, because some of hers are rare, you
Yeah,
know,
because she bought them way
and
back in the day when
so I
they're
was
new.
like if we sold, she has 60 of them, these stuffed animals. They're cute and they're cute as heck. But she was like, the math problem doesn't matter because I'm never selling them. Like, oh, okay. Like she
Yeah,
gets more from
sure.
the consumption of them than she does from the money, and that's where she's at. Like she lives with my parents, she have a lot of bills. But go back to your point.
But I'm just saying, one, those little things live in her closet. Like she has to enter a room to look at them.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't.
know. Maybe I
I'm
don't.
constantly battling. If you're asking about buying this house, if it's changed me, if anything, it's made me extremely panicked about buying stuff.
It is because a house can be filled up, and
It's
Heather's a little tiny person and bought a single family home. So just to
all from
have
a wow.
space to put stuff in is dangerous
Yeah.
because you can just hidey
It'll
hole it.
eat you alive and suck up your entire existence. And I don't travel in corn. I don't spend a ton of money, but I probably my biggest expense is contributing to retirement. But the thought of just even buying furniture is a little overwhelming. It's like
I
cost.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
when I moved into this house, I wanted a really nice front room,
Yes.
and it is really nice.
You know what I want you buy? A
Uh,
piano.
oh yeah, I have a piano.
I
That's a
want
part
a
of my
piano. I
program.
want a piano.
Here, you know what? I said if you get this piano and you don't plunk
But you
around on it,
plunking
even
on
if you're
it.
bad, I do plunk on it because I don't want to have that thing own me. And I'm like looking at it and be like, wow, what a money suck.
My
So I do
excuse
plunk
for
around.
your piano is that it is a skill set. It is almost a form of like therapeutic.
Is it consumption? It's I'm plucking away,
It's
consuming
a,
the
here's what I
notes.
see as pianos and cars. They're collateral. Granted, depreciating for sure.
Yeah.
Didn't you buy a used one or did you buy a new one?
Oh, it's used from the 80s.
So it's already depreciated,
It's super
essentially.
depreciated.
So you using it, when you sell it, you'll recoup most of that.
That's the problem is there's so many people
I
giving away their
know.
piano.
R&R.
So
But
I had to
there's a point
almost
our
like,
piano's been so out of tune that it can't be
yeah,
like brought back.
yeah,
But
no.
anyway, I was just thinking, like, if it takes you out, they said unhappiness is being on your phone, doom scrolling, not going to the
Yeah.
gym. So the opposite of that is the gym membership, being on your piano. I
And
mean,
I look at those as consumables. I'm going to the gym
yeah.
using the equipment, using the piano,
I meant
playing
the
the,
math of like my gym membership's $41 auto drafted, which I hate, but you got a discount if you did it auto draft.
yeah,
But like I'd have to go to replace a Planet Fitness, which is like what, $10 a month. I'd have to go 4 times a month at least. So I have to go
yes,
4 times. Then
yeah.
beyond that, the health benefits
Oh,
pay
yeah,
for itself.
that's investing into your
Yeah.
future.
So it's a
So no,
consumable that has to be consumed to be a
yeah.
value.
Big one into that. It's just like the decor stuff as I've been looking up this fall
Uh-huh.
decor. It's all cute. And I
So let
said
me
it
tell you
all
this,
falls.
is buying the fall decor one thing, but if we go to the pick your own
Oh, that's a
farm,
memory.
that's a
That's a
memory, that's a
consumable.
consumable, and it's an
Yeah.
experience which gets you out of your house.
Yeah, no, I think that's true. And so it's been funny to see as I age how my brain is
You
rewiring
couldn't
because
have reasoned me with 20.
no, me
Well,
and Heather in our early 20s, if we saw it from Ross, let's
huh,
get
want
it.
it? I buy it at a discount. Ross.
But then
Uh,
as we get older, I'm like, as I'm looking to move, I don't need a bigger house. Honestly, Archer's getting older and he'll fly the coop. I don't even need necessarily a townhouse.
Let
I
me tell
just
you this.
like the
Ruth
look.
Ann's neighbor of 23 years moved.
Yeah.
It's a couple. They only had one daughter, but she moved out a couple of months ago. So that whole and the daughter was at college for like I think she got a master's, so she was gone for 6 years. So
Yeah.
it's really been this couple. They had three, whatever right below a semi truck where it has it over the front. It's
Yeah,
bigger
I
than
know
the
what you're
biggest
talking
U-Haul.
about.
So I asked, we did the math. Estimated to move, they moved from Fairfax to Delaware. So it's these three massive trucks. The estimation on the lower end was 16,000 for the move of stuff.
That's great. Because you're taking all your stuff with you. My husband grew up dirt poor.
I think
So
people don't understand. When Corey says her husband grew up dirt poor, it was a double wide with three families in it.
yeah. And it wasn't even a double wide at the beginning. It was just a single one.
Expanding Europe.
Yeah. What's crazy is he does not have a fascination with stuff at all. He honestly doesn't want stuff. He has one box of like little treasures and trinkets over his 40 years of life. But if you look at my house, the things in it are from me.
I know. Whenever Corey moves, I barely get an invite for the moving day because she hates to see it. So I've challenged you, and I think you're challenging yourself to like not have that existential move.
Yeah. Yeah. So get the $5, $10 from someone willing
Yeah,
to
which I
make the
really
drive.
appreciate the reselling. Okay, one man's junk is another man's treasure, and whatever they do with it, it's fine. Even if they resell and flip it, great.
Sure. Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
getting it out, recouping at least $5 of the 15.
So if you didn't hear, I think we've talked, I've made almost $932 off of stuff that I've sold.
That's so great. And she's done it all for $5 and $6.
Yeah, five and six
Yes.
dollars. A lot of people coming. A lot of people coming for five and
But
six
to
dollars.
recoup even $1,000 to put towards the moving company.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's less stuff to move, so I'll have one
Mm.
less truck to get it on.
So you're not moving until like 8 months, right?
So I said I meet with the real estate agent on Friday and then sign a little contract. And I said my goal is to find something between January and April, somewhere in that time frame.
When does your lease end? March?
Doesn't until May.
Oh, May. Oh, yeah. So you'd have to do that. So you got 6 to 8 months to make it happen, Captain. Do you feel like you're on your way?
Absolutely.
Good.
I'm downsizing, not bringing anything in. I mean, we're just shrinkling.
That's great. That should it be. And then you create a new methodology to
Yeah.
approach the next house, which, and I was asking Corey, like, what do you want in this house? And she's like, nothing bigger, nothing more, no more. One garage. She don't have a garage now.
And then
That's
I
the
even
shit.
said to myself, why do you want a garage? I was like, the storage at I don't need the storage.
No,
So I
just putting your
don't need
car
the
away.
garage.
I support the garage thing, man.
Yeah, but the price difference, I honestly would like more
They
money.
said
to
a
return
garage
that.
is 50 grand.
Yeah, it's expensive. It'll
Yeah.
up the whole ante. So if I could find like where I'm like, wow, that's a steal, maybe, but I'm not tied to the garage if I don't have to.
Oh, shoot for the garage. Okay, guys, I know we completely lost you. It's just me and Corey now.
Goodbye. I gotta eat something. I'm starving. Let me go consume something
You're so
consumable
sad.
downstairs.